Last time on Nhildivarian Adventures.
The group of three returns from the city with some new allies. As they departed, their new ally Yarlin gives them one more gift in the form of two mercenaries to help defend the new wall. However, back at the said hall, fighting breaks out when Plaba is ambushed and chased Chomps out into the grave of Namira. Their would-be assassins are revealed to be red-hooded tabaxi that are chasing Bastian. Three of them attack Plaba, but he is able to masterfully evade their attacks and makes them accidentally execute one of their own. Plaba then knocks the other unconscious using their own attack at the cost of dropping a tree onto the grave of Namira. The remaining assassins and others in tow begin to storm the hall as the rest of the party eventually arrives. Leonellus and Bastian sprint to aid those inside, with Bastian instantly executing one assassin and Leonellus raiding those inside the hall in a fit of rage all by himself using his summons. Bjorn and Bastian soon follow him in and only find the attackers have fled. The remaining guild members have spread out to help the wounded, with Leonellus storming into the basement to check on Hefla. Bastian and Bjorn search for the remaining attackers and Plaba tending to Vinyara. Bastian and Bjorn have a moment as Bastian explains that he feels at fault for these pursuers attacking the hall, but is feeling better now about himself and he won't run away from his problems or the pursuers anymore. Then Plaba and Bastian have a moment of their own, as Plaba voices how he doesn't feel strong enough and he wants to eat the bits of monsters like he did with the Yeti to become a monster himself to protect everyone better. But Bastian talks to him about how warrior's pride just brings them down and there's more to life than winning every fight and being the best on the battlefield, a lesson he himself had just learned. The two embrace and Plaba gives up the bone devil bits to Bastian, not trusting his own judgment. Bastian then burns the fragments and the two walk over to check on Leonellus, who's entered a catatonic state. Despite his subconscious state, Leonellus is still able to walk around and ends up figuring out that his wife is due in the next 2 days. This is when lightning roars outside and Bastian instantly knows what's wrong. Him and Plaba rush with Yosef and the new mercenary Lodeka. They finally arrive at the grave of Namira where Bjorn is raging after finding the site damaged in the fighting. Plaba first tries to calm him down whilst climbing on his back, but fails, with Bastian also having similar struggles. Plaba even offers Bjorn his blood to no avail. Eventually, Bjorn attempts to attack Bastian but is unable to do so. Bastian pulls his amulet on Bjorn as a last resort to get him. It seems to work as the barbarian falls to his knees unconscious from overtaxation. The group drag him to while he's still holding his great axe. Leonellus and Hefla have one last moment in the end where Hefla comforts Leonellus, telling him as a fine leader not to worry about his shortcomings. They don't matter. Bastian yells up to inform the two of Bjorn's state as Plaba joins the barbarian in unconsciousness. That's where we left off. Yep.
I just realized I said to get him and then did not complete that sentence.
Yeah, that's why I lost my track. I was like, what? And then that's why I went, oh.
To get him to calm down is what I was
totally lost it made me totally lose my train of thought. I was like, whoa.
Proofreading, people! Alrighty. Well, getting right into things where we left off. Bjorn, you would be in your chambers, which I believe were the ones just right by the door, yes? Bring us in there. Bjorn, we are starting off with you in your chambers, I believe. That's a good point.
Me and Bastian are not down here. I'll just stay over here.
I'll just...
There you go. It's in the void. Yep, there you go.
Chops is here with the void. Bjorn, you have just calmed down. You were locked in your room. I'm assuming this is your room. Does this look like the right place, Braden?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. You are in your chambers. You've just woken up from your rage and find yourself here. Anything you are doing, or are you just waiting around?
I guess
I will
noticing
say
that
your weapons are not with you.
It's I have my great axe, so.
Yeah, he
Nope.
has his great axe.
Oh, we weren't able to pry that from him.
No.
Ah. Alrighty. Well, the great axe then is all you have.
I mean, that's all I technically need.
Fair
Well,
enough.
I guess noticing that I'm in my room, I don't have any of my weapons. I will immediately realize what has happened yesterday, and oh, my door's locked. Yay!
You can try and get it open.
And okay,
How do you want to try and open it?
Okay, let's think about this as our character, shall we? Which way does the door open, Cody?
It opens to the outside of the hall. So. It opens
Like a
outwards,
ticket.
not inwards towards you. Okay. Give me a strength or athletics check, good sir.
Okay, I will. Momento. Licking the button to let me roll for strength.
Oh. Well, lovely. Alrighty, uno momento, por favor, my friend.
It's weird starting with me when you usually, I'm usually the
Do
last.
the thing. Congratulations, change of pace today.
I'm sure Cody has something in store.
No idea.
Hey Cody, do
the
you mind if I ask you one thing for just context?
Sure.
Has it been an amount of time since we ended? I'm assuming so. Since Bjorn was waking up.
I would say maybe a few hours is the best way of doing it.
Yeah, I just don't want to be like.
No. Just enough to allow us to shuffle things around without keeping the same
Right.
time span
Okay.
of I'm angry, Gert. So.
Cool. Okay, I'm going to go
I
ahead.
feel like Cody.
and-
8, 1, plus.
Oh, I will also contextualize some stuff here in a minute as well.
The door opens, sir.
Yes, the door will open. You kick open the door with a loud thud from the other side, as you would see Ludeka stunned on the ground, as she was sent to guard the door.
Blink, just like slowly.
She's not knocked out, but she's definitely a bit discombobulated.
Time. How? Never mind. That doesn't matter.
Alright.
Is she like sitting on her ass?
Like, she got knocked onto her face.
I would like to help her up.
Hey,
Gently as I can be.
I don't have a voice for her yet. I'm thinking going deeper Scottish, but I don't know. Damn it! Take a few minutes just to go ahead and guard your door and you knock me over. You back to your
Sorry.
senses yet, big man?
Yes?
Get upstairs.
I'm
The others are
assuming-
waiting on you. Ah!
Just nods quickly and just like speed walks towards the stairs.
Right. Bjorn, do a perception check for me as you were in the hallway.
Okay, I would roll perception. It is my perception.
17! Alrighty.
Wow.
As you step up the hallway, I mean, not up the hallway, up the stairs into the next chamber. I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of the freaking assets that I need down here. Hoorah! Alright, hold on.
Hoorah! Are we
I'm
Russian now?
speed running this. Hoorah doesn't just... Whatever.
Hoorah! Okay, hoorah was used by both Russians and Americans as like a war
Okay,
cry.
it can be Americans then.
The Russians technically used it first.
Okay, thanks, Brayden. Alright. Welcome to the Viking
Sorry.
Age. Chill.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's the tism.
Yes, it is a tism. I'm very tism about that kind of thing. Is the stairway also blocked?
The stairway is not blocked, but as you step up, you would notice a few people leaving the building, as your eyes would meet with the door before anything else passed the pillars. Those of which, history check?
I love staring at the downstairs area.
Yep, I'm bringing you up in a second. I'm preparing things.
History?
History.
History.
Ah, you have no clue, but they're not familiar. As for
Okay,
Yosef,
okay.
upon reaching the top of the stairs, you would also end up finding Yosef standing at, kind of like leaning against the railing. Hold on. He would say to you, as in, that's Yosef speaking, not me just going,
Cursed, our first crit fail of the day, folks.
Yep, it is
With
there.
many more to come in the future.
Yeah, knowing our luck, it will happen.
It always happens.
Alright. Context for Leo and Bastian. Leonellis, for you, my friend. Daughter Avity has required that both of you come on down, and they are going to start getting the things set up for the childbirth, as she is quite certain it will happen very soon. Bastian, you have been aiding Vinyara with getting what medical supplies you can scrounge up around the longhouse over here, and what rags you can. Leonellis, you have been with your wife. She's sat in the main throne chair, as due to tradition, it will be a standing birth, not a laying down one. Yosef is standing guard by the stairwell. Ludeka is following right behind you, Bjorn. And he's kind of telling you to hold on just a second as Yosef is trying to get your attention. Leo and Bastian, the two folks that just left the front door, you would know as being guards from... Oh god, it's Varnloft. As after the recent problems, Yosef sent for a little bit of extra aid. And intends on getting you guys proper security and soldiers to protect the place at all times rather than just mercs. But that's to be seen as we go on.
Okay.
Bjorn, we're going to resume with you, as you are the furthest away from everybody else. I think it'd be best if we finish up what you're doing. Yosef is stopping you at the stairs.
Okay.
Have Clum... birthing? And he kind of like point towards the throne area. And he just kind of like give a big kind of like crooked smile and shrug. Like,
I
maybe be
can't see
cautious
any
upon
of that.
approaching. You're... Hi.
I can only see the little
Oh,
sliver.
that's... I see. There's a railing there. Never mind. My bad.
Hooray!
He'd let you past, obviously, now. At this point, he just wanted to warn you is what was going on.
By the way, I'm not, like, holding my great axe. It
Yeah.
is secure wherever he puts it.
Okay.
Sheathed. I'm just
I
walking
think
around
in-
holding a great axe. You know, after that recent scare, you know, totally normal activities.
Paranormal activities.
One could see that, but no, I was talking with my hands.
Ah. I mean, fair enough, fair enough.
Well, that's a pillar. Guess I would approach very, like, cautiously.
Okay. At this point, we can go ahead and enter Bastian and Leo, being able to do what they need to now.
Bastian is just reading on the end of this little, like he's got a book and he's kind of like staring at it. he's really into the book he's just kind of on like the edge of this bench. He's faced towards the throne, like he's like hanging off the edge.
What book are you
no,
reading,
it's-
Basi?
The same book I was reading last time.
Fair enough, Wattpad. Anyways,
Leonidas is just pacing nervously. His arms are crossed.
alrighty. A question to our audience here. Which I'm going to go ahead and put under spoiler on the Discord, so that way our party does not read it.
I just realized I was muted. I did a funny joke and no one laughed, so I thought my joke wasn't that funny.
Oh.
Okay, I accidentally caps locked that whole message, so there you go. Don't read it if if you're currently being the party. It is for our audience only. A yes or no, or a yeah. Either one, just answer how you would wish. Fair enough. Okay. Okay. For the sake of me not having to describe grisly details of childbirth, because that is a lot, Leo, I am going to have a charisma check from you, and a medical check from just you, actually. Just a charisma and a medical.
Yeah, I was gonna say, okay, so charisma check, I have a 0. So.
Okay. This is for trying to comfort your wife. Okay.
Oh, I'm not doing a good job.
You're gonna get
GM.
okay.
Are you doing
The whole
rolls, or?
I accidentally
he did a
it,
damn roll. That's fine. That is a 10 medicine. Okay. Let's go ahead and I'm going to roll for Daughter Avony. So slash roll 1d20 plus 6 for medicine. 23.
Oh.
Slash roll 1d20 plus 3 for Arcana. Slash roll 1d20 plus 4 for religion. Okay. What I need there.
Can I also roll religion?
You may also roll religion, yes, Leo.
Oh my god. That's
Oh,
two
God.
in a row.
Wow, the dice hate us today.
This
Yeah, I think it's time to change the colors.
Look at this color.
And I'm gonna change my color to, I don't know, this one.
Quick, special thanks to our wondrous epidemic music for providing today's tracks. I have officially bought a 25 thing subscription for using their music officially. So, woo! Man,
That is good color. That is very good color,
that is a
Cody.
beautiful color, as well as nice rolls.
We're keeping this color.
I keep that.
Hey Cody.
Oh, hey, Braden.
You know that thing in like an awkward situation or movie where like he knocks something over
Yep.
and it's like really loud? Can I do that?
Yeah, sure.
Is there like a cup or like a plate?
The tables are covered in food and preserves.
Is there an
Base-
empty cup?
Oh yeah, there's plenty.
He like goes like put his hand on the table. He just knocks over a cup.
Bastian is instead of like turning his head like a normal person, he's basically just gonna put his back onto the bench and like looks upside down.
We love our boy.
Thanos just kind of looks over at you and then kind of like sighs and shakes his head and looks back to this area.
Bastian like then rolls off the bench and just kind of like starts walking up to kind of like, I guess.
Yeah. I love the way you describe the way Bastian moves.
Yeah.
So perfect. Don't have to
Alrighty.
imagine much.
Alrighty.
We're just trying to like play it off like he totally meant to do that.
Well, yeah. Still trying to kill me, or are we good?
Hey, Cody.
Hey, Braden.
Would you say it was more like a blackout? When you rage so hard you black out? Or
Yes,
no?
I would say very much so.
He kind of gives you this like very confused look like, what?
Bastian, I'm gonna make actually a roll for that to see if I.
Bastian, I have a question.
Yeah. What?
Where's all my things and how was I in my room?
I thought you would remember, because you remember the first time this happened. Remember the cave where you kinda almost chopped the leg off of our dear
I died.
animal?
Yeah, I kind of like stop you before you finish your sentence. Especially about the Leo part since we're in the same room.
Yeah.
No, Hefkla. Yes, I remember that. Why?
Let's just
It happened again.
yeah.
He goes from like his normal like kind of stoic, kind of joyous attitude to like just full blown depression, like very sad looking.
But Bastian just kind of like
So who was it this time?
no one. this time got hurt. Don't worry about that. I took care of it, man. I'm not gonna let you hurt anyone. I know you don't have any control over it. But to be fair, it wasn't just out of the blue like it was back then.
The last thing I remember is walking outside to go to Mimira. Kind of pauses.
Yeah.
Gives you the most blank look possible. Well, that one can do in this situation. Happened to it?
Do you remember what happened immediately after we got back to the hall? The fighting and all that?
Yes, I remember that.
I
I also remember walking outside. After that, it's just blank.
Apparently, after or during the fighting, one of the trees surrounding the grave fell down and kind of crashed down on top of the grave. We moved it. It's fine. Like the grave is mostly intact. Like you wouldn't even be able to recognize that a tree fell on top of it. But yeah, you kind of went outside and a couple of lightning bolts hit the surrounding trees, so it's a little bit less serene. But the grave itself is still fine. We can plant some new ones.
I'm kind of Bjorn, haha. Bjorn kind of like nods his head. It's like, I'm going to sit down.
That might be for the best.
Bjorn kind of like just plops down on the seat next to him. Just stares blankly at the where's I guess directly across from him.
Well, Bastian is gonna plop down and kind of like what was the mug like made of? Was it like a glass mug or was it a metal mug?
It's just a wooden and iron enforced mug.
Well, Bastian is gonna like pick it off the ground and then like I'm assuming there's like a pitcher full of like maybe ale somewhere on the table.
Sounds about right.
He's gonna pour one out for Bjorn and just slide it across the table to him, and he's like gonna like almost chuckle under his breath and just kind of like looks him in the eye. You know, that's twice now you owe me for that little thing you do.
Yeah, next time we go into town, I'll buy you a drink. Says picking up the mug and downing it in one go.
I was mostly kidding, but you know, hey, I appreciate the offer. I won't turn that down.
Alrighty. Alright. At this point, Vinyara is going to walk her way over. And she's going to like pull up a stool to sit in front of you guys.
Uh-huh.
And she would set a bottle down on the table. A bottle of which that looks way too fancy among the other drinks that you have strewn around. You would know this as Silver Dust Mead. Bjorn, you would know this as it. It is very rare and one of the few drinks that you know able to get you drunk.
Bjorn like kind of like blinks at this like in surprise before he gets a slight grin.
Vinyara you see a big grin on her face, a twitchy grin, but a grin nonetheless. And she'd go ahead and she'd take out. She'd go ahead and like slide over two smaller wooden cups, and pour maybe 1/4 of the glass with it, and kind of like push it forward to both of you and pour herself 1/4 the glass. and raise it up. And she would then kind of bring her attention over to Leonellus at the front, preparing for what is to come. Gale would raise a glass of wine, and you would see down towards the bottom, Yosef and Ludeka both raise a thing of ale as well. Gale would step forward. Today marks a very special day for all of us. One of which not marked by bloodshed, too much, and one of which not marked by death. One that will be remembered for the 2 new members that will be coming to our family. Leonellus and Hefkla, to you. He would raise his glass and bow his head before swinging it down. Vinyara, Yosef, Ludeka, and nobody else following suit with drinking their glasses.
Does Leonellus have a glass or a mug?
Daughter Avony hands you a small glass. After it's not really a glass, so it's more of a goblet, a smaller silver goblet. You notice it has some elvish symbols on it, and upon peering at Gale, he does have a bit of a smile on his face. Of course, Hefkla does not get a glass, as she is, medical.
He looks in at the drink, and then looks over at Hefkla, and then he kind of smiles, kind of like a nervous, grin at Gale, and then just places the cup on the ground, kind of behind him. I will state, Leo, your glass had water in it. Oh.
They didn't give you alcohol.
Oh.
Been interesting to see if they did.
Bastian just swigs it down and then starts spinning up one of his darts between his fingers.
Isn't this strong, Cody?
It is strong. Bastian need a con save from you.
Huh.
I'm not gonna hammer you guys, so don't worry about it. It's not that crazy on a glass that small.
Bastian held his liquor pretty well last time. So
he did,
we'll
yes,
see
he
if
did.
that continues.
Oh, well, there's
16.
a
You're
difference.
fine.
Between that and this.
Yeah, fair. I'm assuming after certain events in his past, Bastian did a lot of drinking.
I can assume so.
You know what, Cody?
What's up, buddy?
Normally Bjorn would be, hammering drinks, but he's gonna take this one slow. Not trying to get hammered, especially that Leonellus is about to have a baby. We did not want to see a drunk Bjorn. Especially around,
spooky. Kids.
Yeah. Just realized I still have some of that left.
I'm actually going to ask if I can do something a little bit unorthodox.
Yes.
Can I go up to the room just real fast?
Yeah.
Alright. So I'm gonna let Daughter Avony let me know if anything's about to happen, and then I'll kinda as I walk by, give her kind of a small side hug and be like, I'll be right back. And he's gonna walk off by himself.
Okay.
Upstairs.
What are you doing upstairs, my friend?
I'm going to go over to the bed. Do I need? Does the stairs not lead to the room, or do you have to put me on the?
I would have to pull a whole new map over, so I'm just gonna leave it like this.
All right. So he just goes over to the bed, and he sighs, and then he gets on 2 knees and he starts praying, just by himself, not to really anyone in particular, but just in general. That he hopes everything will be all right, that everyone will be, everybody will be safe, and that Hefla will be okay, and that he'll be okay, and that the kids will be okay.
I see.
But it's been a while since he just took a moment. So
Indeed.
I guess that does it. So after about like a minute or so, he doesn't say anything. He just kind of thinking. He stands up, and he exhales very deeply, and he kind of looks down to his hands, and they're like shaking uncontrollably. So he tries to grab them, but they just keep shaking. And he's like, you know, it's hard for him to go back downstairs, but he knows that he needs to. So he slowly creeps back down the stairs. His hands are at his side now, but he's kind of like pulling on the fabric of his pants a little bit.
Alrighty.
Question.
Answer.
What happened to the other baby we found? I already forgot his name.
Oldham? Yeah, I think
That
he's
one is
probably-
actually upstairs at the current moment.
Yeah.
That's all I had.
Yeah, so he would have, you would have seen him, Leo, when you went up there as well.
Yeah. So, I don't really know what he would say. I don't think he'd say anything. He's just kind of standing there.
Alrighty, interesting. Well, alrighty. Okay, so based on the medical checks earlier, who all is watching the birthing? What may I ask?
Bossian is watching it out of the corner of his eye.
Okay. Bjorn isn't. He's keeping his head down.
Bossian is
Yeah.
more so morbidly curious than he is, like, actually interested in the birth. He's just more, like, because for the longest time he didn't know how, like, he's just now morbidly curious about how birth works.
Well, for those of
Has
which that
probably
are
seen
attempting to
enough
watch, Vinyara is. You'd see Chomps, Yosef, Ludeka, and everybody kind of like leave the hall. Vinyara kind of like taps the table twice, points at you two, and does a little follow me sign. She quickly picks up Sleeping Plowbob and starts walking him and ushering you guys to kind of follow her downstairs as well.
Yeah, I guess
So go ahead, Bjorn. I'll let you go first.
he follows her,
Bossian
wanting to see birthing again.
Bossian just like seeing everybody else leave, just kind of like takes a big sigh and just like, well, I was comfortable there, and just kind of like palms on the table, sits up, like the, all right, I'm getting up now, kind of. Kind of getting up, and he just kind of slowly walks to the basement.
Fair. Okay. All right. For you, Leo, the birth goes fine. For you trying to comfort your wife, not so much. You do end up suffering. Oh, well, okay, go ahead and say what you were going to do.
Yeah. Well, I didn't realize we were just gonna do it real fast. I was going to.
I don't know.
I could cast a spell.
What spell would you like to cast?
I had this spell and I forgot I have it, but I wanted to do something somewhat. I don't know if it's romantic, maybe. I'm going to cast Healing Spirit.
Well, that's nice.
It can take the form of any animal that I choose. I'm assuming he would know her favorite animal. I don't know what it is.
Oh, crap.
Like,
Oh, well, I don't know.
I don't know. She strikes me
Come
as the
on,
kind of
guys.
person that likes, like, even though she is all big and intimidating, she's like a rabbit.
I'm actually checking her notes. You want to know what it is?
What?
A snow hare.
Yeah, I had the feeling. So he casts Healing Spirit to help soothe her just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
There's not much he can do, but it's like a small little white rabbit, and it hops around, and then it comes over and like hops on the side of the throne, and then like nuzzles its head into her arm and then slowly evaporates into her.
Aw. You definitely see a smile on her face. And her eyes tear up a bit. Congratulations, you have avoided getting your hand crushed. Alrighty. The procedure will be taken out. Leo. And for those of which listening, the firstborn is... Little drum roll. The boy, which I don't remember his name because I'm horrible at that. Yurvir is the first and the eldest, I guess, out of the two. Sporting features of Orcish and Elvish alike. And being a little bit bigger than your normal firstborn human baby. The second to be born, only 2 minutes after the first, is the name's Svandra. Yes. Svandra. I will say Svandra specifically is not crying upon coming into the world, but instead laughing, which not like laughing as she's coming out, but kind of like took that second of like silence, but then started laughing when seeing you, Leo.
But can I ask what her features look like as well?
She is sporting more Elvish features than Orcish.
Do either of them have any human features?
Svandra is sporting Elvish. I mean, to be fair, the human is kind of did in by the fact that they're humanoids in general.
Humanoids, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah. The only one that doesn't have like pointed ears, I guess, would be less pointed ears would be the first one. So Yurvir definitely is a bigger kid. I have no official artwork for the Skiddos, so we'll see what happens with that as we go on.
So, I don't know. He probably would grab Yurvir like quickly.
He's a heavy baby.
Yeah, he just picks him up and then kind of like tries to like calm him down. But upon seeing Svandra come out and like look at him and laugh, he like slowly hands Yurvir to daughter Avony and like slowly creeps down and like picks up Svandra very delicately.
I will let you know, it's not a baby drop. It's it's a standing delivery.
Yeah.
So it would be daughter Avony. You would be taking the baby and then okay. So he like very delicately with Yurvir he more just kind of picked him up. But with Svandra is very like slow and delicate. And he kind of like puts his hand out like above her face. Yep. She would just kind of like watch your fingertips very intently and kind of like reach out towards them, but not really able to grab anything.
Since we're out of combat, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds from the end of my finger and like hold it out towards her.
Oh boy, do an Arcana check for me.
All right. 16. There we go. Green for the win.
Huh. Whereas you wouldn't see anything, Leo, upon casting the spell, it would almost mesh with another feeling. Something closer, in fact. You would see a slight sparkle in Svandra's eyes as you would cast this spell.
Does she like instantly like grab it or like gravitate towards it?
After a moment of it being there, her kind of looking at it, she is able to grab your finger.
And just kind of like smiles and exhales. Would look over at Hefla.
She is sat down in the chair now, and is like happily weeping as she's holding on to your veer.
Yes. So this is when I'll be like, well, I was spoiled. I already knew they were gonna be a boy and a girl. Didn't know which would come out first, but I thought of some names. I didn't want to tell you early, but I figured I could tell you now.
Honey, they're beautiful.
I guess, did they go by... He's like, kind of like laughs a little. He's like, do they go by Urnar's son, like I do, or do they go by Leonella's son? It doesn't have the same ring to it.
I think the boy would be Leoson, and the girl, Leah daughter.
I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'd rather them go by Urnar's son, like me and you. I don't know. It seems better. Of course, if you're okay with it. But it's not just me who's the parent, you know?
I understand.
So he'll kind of be like, all right, well, I was thinking that the boy could be Yervir, spelled like, and then he would say the glyphic version, which is spelled phonetically for us, or not phonetically, but alphabetically, Y-I-R-V-I-R. And then he'd be like, and for the girl, I was thinking Svandra, and then he would, again, say the glyphic version, which I don't know the Nhildivarian glyphs, but...
I'll get it.
It'd be
I'll go ahead and translate both of that right now.
Svandra.
I like those names. I like them a lot. I think they're perfect. Okay, I'll get the phonetic properness of this all real quick. Nope. Oh, wow. Huh. So the proper... You can send this in the chat. Me speed running the phonetical. Anyways, yes. What do you have? There's your veers. And let me go ahead and get Svandra's. There's Vondras. There you go. Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and pull over both stuff in the chat here. Here. Sandra. There you go. Daughter Avony would cast a spell over the two children and then pray over both of them.
Can I ask her what that spell was?
It is blessing. Do I even have the prayer ready? Find it. I don't have the prayer on hand. I had made one, and now it is gone. My notes have committed oof. New phone problems. Anyways, Hefkla currently has Yrvir, and you have Svadra. I will say Yrvir is the one crying at the current moment. Leo, where would you like to head on at this point?
I think I'll give Svandra very, very slowly to Daughter Avony, and then he'll be like, one more time, and then he'll go off and find the others. I don't know. He doesn't know where they went though.
You would have seen them go downstairs.
Okay, so yeah, he'll run over past the tables and run up the stairs. And I'll just open the door and just let them know that it's over.
Chomps is standing directly at the bottom of the door. Yosef is standing at the door, kind of waiting eagerly. Gale is set off to the side, kind of also standing there with a big old smile on his face. They haven't been, peeking or trying to do anything. They've just been waiting eagerly at the door.
So he'll just let him know that it's everything's done. It's gone well, and then I'll kind of go back up the stairs and wait for them at the top.
Go ahead and reveal tokens then, as you will. Hey, Braden. Okay.
Bossy's just gonna walk over to his spot where he was at the start and kind of sit back down. You'd hear him just go out
Sorry,
like he's comfortable again. And
Daughter Avony is holding one of the children at the current moment as well. For your context, Bastian.
We'll come back up and take back Svandra from Daughter Avony.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say for my context? Sorry.
I was saying that you would have seen that Daughter Avony is holding a child and Hefla is holding a child.
He's just kind of holding Svandra and rocking her a little bit.
Mm-hmm. You're standing near Gale, Bastian. You'd see Gale writing notes in his book, in his little journal, as he would keep an eye out on the two. And his eyes darting from child to child in his book. And somebody's knocking on my door, so I'll be right back. Oh boy!
No, not allowed. Well, since we have this unscheduled intermission, I'm gonna say it. Code Red Mountain Dew is kind of mid.
I don't drink a lot of Mountain Dew regardless.
I don't like I don't like soda because marching band season started. Hooray! You're back.
I have returned, and I should be getting... This should be a good level right here. Is this good?
Yeah.
God.
Audience, does this sound better or should it be lowered?
Lowered.
Lowered.
Lowered, yeah.
Here, better?
Dude.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
Awesome.
We're friends and all, Cody, but I don't think we're that deep yet.
Okay.
You know, it's only been 8 years, but...
Oh god.
They're
Anyways.
crying.
It's just nervous. I'm very concerned. Anyways, I will say
And
Leo
even-
Chomps is also wandered up right next to Donner Avenue and is just sort of like big puppy dog eyeing the children. Just like looking at them. Not doing anything threatening, just looking at the kids.
Think it's not named Princess.
Daisy, destroyer of children, sorry. Pit bulls. We love pit bulls.
We do. I do.
They're great.
No one tried to kill me, but you know.
Wow, that's a story for another time.
Yes, that is. Hey, Cody.
Yeah.
Hey, do you remember? Do you remember that alcohol that I bought?
Yep, one of the
Forever
around. Yep. Thought you finished that off.
I still have like half a thing left.
Gotcha.
I would like to bring that with me to my table.
Okay, you're just bringing a whole keg to the table. Fair enough.
I mean, is it doing any good sitting in my room?
Leo,
Pardon.
you're back up there with the children. I want a perception check from you, Bjorn, and Bossy, please.
Alright.
Or a perception check from everybody. That's really what should be happening.
Okay.
Yone.
20, 16, and 15. Okay. I will say that... Where the hell did Yosef go? There he is. There you bastard. Yosef, you would see kind of slinking towards the doors as he'd kind of like stop about here and peek out of one of them. You'd see him kind of stick his hand through and do a little motion before closing it again and kind of like turning to face you guys. After a few moments, you would hear some knocking at the door. Go ahead and get the rest of the assets needed for this specific situation.
Was it like loud enough knocking to where I would have heard it?
Yes, it is loud enough knocking that all of you would have heard it.
Bastian is just gonna like look to everyone and just kind of sits up and like almost like not like whispering, but like under the breath, he's like, "Okay, I'll go deal with it," and then starts.
Stop
walking.
you right about there as the door would open. You would see Yosef's father step through, holding a small chest in both his hands. And two more men escort in with 2 bags. Yosef would have a massive grin on his face as he would step forward. His father would set the chest down on the table, and the 2 men accompanying him would set the sacks down as on the table as well. Odinvar! People know our should be. Yarlin would state before stepping out. With the 2 men leaving, you'd hear a heavy carriage right away at this point. Bastian, since you're closer.
Bastian just kind of like walks up and kind of laughs to himself. He's like, "Man, they must have really repaired that table well because I blew that thing up." But,
Bjorn just kind of walks over. No, you
from
can
the
take
little lip on the in the hall. I'm gonna like open the chest and kind of like peek into it.
Inside the chest is... Here it should be 600 silver and 80 gold.
Oh.
In one bag is 60 days worth of rations in the form of finely salted meats and in the other bag is children's clothes. Both of the sacks and the chest have Yosef's family crest on them. A small note would be inside the chest on top of the gold and money that would be addressed from the Earl as a little bit of a housewarming and welcoming of the new life you have brought to the earldom.
Bastian just kind of hands the letter to Leonelis after peeking in the chest, and then just looks at Yosef, like, dead in the eye, like with like a, not like a disappointed face, but almost just like a
What the fuck kind of face?
Yeah, what the fuck kind of face. And he's just like, we did not do enough to deserve all this stuff.
Beyond kind of like...
Cody, can I ask what's written on the letter?
What is written on the letter
said...
is addressed from the Earl himself.
Yeah.
States, thank you. Or there is a small little bit first that is stated from Yarland that states, thank you for returning my son. I could not find enough words before to express my gratitude, but now that I've met you and know you, I believe I've found the right compensation for my heart to thank you truly and express itself for my thankfulness. That was a lot of words there. I'm kind of ad-libbing the note here because I had something written, but my notes are gone, just like the prayer went earlier.
That's what I wanted to know. It was from Yarland because it said it was from Yarland and the Oland.
Right. Olandiev also has a blurb on it, which is that there's also your official signed guild document in here. As Olandiev has stated that with the location you guys have set up, guard patrols will now be sent this way along the road, this direction, to help out with any problems that might occur, and that you are formally invited to the next banquet next month at the Great Hall in the middle of the city.
Okay.
And formal invitation goes out to everyone of the guild, not just you.
I'm gonna kind of look that over and then walk over, kind of one hand on Svandra, the other hand kind of on the note, and I'm gonna just kind of hand him the note.
Yosef would take the note and just smile widely.
I'm gonna ask a question actually.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, Yosef, is there something that you're not telling me?
He'd just shake his head and go, no, not anymore. And kind of give you a wink like he was referring to the gifts that were brought.
Alright, look. Because, I mean, he's made it clear, right, that he attacked them accidentally.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he seemed like, look, you were with a trading group, but by your father's reaction and how worried he was when you got back, I'm starting to think that you weren't just with a trading group. Did you run away from Olandir?
You see Yosef kind of like chuckle a bit. Olandiev, nah. Brought on pretense, debt paying? And he kind of like point at you. Saved life, and he point at himself. Like you saved my life.
Almost ended it.
The man he had shot would have if you hadn't almost ended mine.
Wait, so those weren't traitors?
He'd kind of like do a little like head shake, like, kind of.
Wait, are you meaning to say that you were kidnapped?
He'd kind of like wiggle his hand a little bit, like kind of. In short, I don't remember his dialect and mannerisms enough to explain it in a way that's Yosefi. He would explain that due to some unfortunate circumstances, he was sent to pay off his debts with these other men. The other men being the people that he owed money to. Yosef had gotten himself into a little bit of a scheme. After talking to Avery, he wouldn't say much about Avery, just that it had something to do with Avery, and he had gotten himself into a little bit of trouble, and was sent to travel with them and sell what he could, and do what he could mercantile-wise to pay back his debts and make enough money to fix that. Kind of being brought along. Yarlin knowing this, but not really in the know of it entirely.
This fucking Avery guy, I swear to God.
He does ask Leo that you keep Avery's name on the down low. But
don't worry, I wasn't planning on.
I'm glad I didn't leave immediately to go to the bathroom because I need to know that information.
He'd kind of like waft over like his hand towards the gold and stuff and say, he'd also state that he is loosely related to Olandiv, as Yarland is his uncle.
Well, that explains the noble connection. Does that mean that
Second uncle, not first
vie
uncle.
For the throne?
He'd he just kind of like scratch the back of his neck and just shake his head no. He'd state that his part of the family is strictly forbidden as long as an Olandiv sits on the throne. Or is alive. Or the Fine Hearts is those which that would be there.
So sorry, what did I miss? Sorry, just
he explained that Yosef's family, like Olandiev, the king of Olandir, is Yosef's is Yarland's uncle, is what you said.
Yes.
So that makes him Yosef's great uncle. But I asked him then that technically means he has a vie for the throne, which it does. But he said that he can't because as long as an Olandir rules, their family is not allowed to even vie for it. So all that's oh my god, I hate these fucking people.
Well, if it's a direct descendant, then yeah.
It makes you.
Yeah, but the fact that they're ruling out an entire family, because Vikings were not like. Vikings are not very like monarchic, so like it would have been whoever is fit to rule, which is probably why
he won't go into the details of it, but he said that like this family Fefdir is not allowed to rule as long as a Fine Heart lives. He doesn't go into details, but he does mention that it's not a discriminatory thing; it's a honor and family problem thing.
It's still just like. It's just still like, just hate those guys.
Bastian would very much not like Avery at this after hearing
I despise Avery. Yeah.
After that, Bastian be plotting Avery's downfall right now.
We're gonna have a second
Bjorn
Davlik situation.
Does not know who Avery is.
Sorry.
Bjorn does not know who Avery is, so he looks very confused on why Bastian looks like the way he does.
Well, no, I'm joking. Bastian is just more so like slightly.
Oh, I think something that Bastian would actually do eventually.
I mean, he'd have to. Whatever. I'm moving on. Sorry.
Well, I guess I'll finally turn to Bastian and Bjorn, and I'll be like, well, for starters, I suppose we'll put the gold and stuff in the treasury. As for the
looks at Bjorn for that, because
for the guild signature, we could probably frame it or something and put it somewhere in the hall.
But Bastian was looking at you, Bjorn, because Lainal said to put the chest in the treasury, or like that we should probably put it in the treasury, and Bastian doesn't want to do that.
I guess
it's not for you.
I know. I meant like putting it in the like bringing it down to the basement for the treasury.
Oh, I was like, it's.
I guess.
It's like a
Bjorn would
fund.
notice you looking at him and just like looks at you. It's like, I don't want to do it either.
We'll have somebody else do it.
I'm guessing you guys are audibly talking about who should put it down in the treasury.
Then mumble some things and takes it down to the treasury, I guess.
Oof.
Oh, that's dead. And Bastian, after Bjorn, I guess, would like walk away with the chest. They'd be like, yeah, that's the death pit, I guess, then.
No, Bjorn's still gonna buy you a drink. It's gonna happen.
Well, Bastian is also more so just joking at this point.
Treasury is downstairs, right?
Yes, it is the downstairs middle sanctum.
It's the big room in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm going to be getting on that after this session as to making the legitimate longhouse.
Yeah, because
stuff.
we have like a lot of stuff. Like we have to have guild funds. It's less like personal funds at this point. Anyway. As I guess as Bjorn walks away, also kind of look at Bastian, and then he'll kind of look down at Svandra, and then he'll kind of look back at Bastian, and he's like, "Well, I guess that's the nervousness is finally over." Although I still feel a little scared.
Well, you have a right to be now.
Also, I worded the true nature of Yosef's debt wrong. It wasn't a money debt. He was getting the money. It was a blood debt he was in to the others. So sorry, I forgot to. He owed them a blood debt. That's why he was traveling with them. Helping them make money. And I'll be right back again. Somebody's knocking at my door.
Another short interruption. Hooray!
We're not just fighting bandits anymore, Leo. You got that now. So.
You guys go ahead and take a 5-minute break. I'll be back in a few.
Alright.
5 minutes? Oh, I'm down for a 5-minute break.
You're damn straight, honestly.
So, how about them spots? Hey, kiddos?
How about them cowboys?
Them cab. How about we go build a house out in the wilderness, folks?
Build the longhouse.
Yeah, in real life. A section of land in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. That'd be pretty nice.
Playing the house building theme for Red Dead Redemption.
God damn it.
Oh, how about those jets, hey?
A jet? Aw.
Jets. I don't know. I only know very few, like, sports teams.
What?
So, did you guys enjoy the rain?
The rain?
The rain that happened yesterday.
Oh yeah, it was nice and peaceful.
That was at work, so no.
Same. I was not enjoying that because marching in the rain is not fun.
Rip, you don't get rain?
Live in Florida, you get hurricanes. What do you mean you wish you got rain?
South Carolina gets has rain.
Nuh-uh. Just like you just said nuh-uh. Get the fuck out of here.
If you didn't have rain, the gator ponds would dry up.
True, that's true.
You wouldn't have any of your fucking
Have any of your swamp puppies, dude.
Mark Zuckerberg apparently, now that he's not fighting Elon, wants to go fight in the MMA.
Thought they were gonna fight in the Coliseum.
Just fucking kill each other in front of a live studio audience.
A live studio audience. Dude,
Dude,
I would pay so much money to see that.
I would pay a lot of money to see Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk fight each other to the death.
Apparently, okay, you know shit gets weird when they mention the UFC. That's when shit really hits the fan. Let's get right into the news. Sorry, I had to.
God. Well, apparently Conor McGregor has confirmed his UFC return.
God, he's like fucking Tom Brady.
He doesn't quit.
My brother, stop it. What is left for you to achieve?
Your leg shattered last time you were in the UFC. You kicked a dude in the shin and your leg snapped like a Twix.
Like a Twix? Do you mean a Kit Kat bar?
Whatever.
Honestly, I don't know who I want to see fight.
Who?
Mark Zuckerberg versus Conor McGregor.
That would be funny.
Would be funny.
Mark Zuckerberg wins. He turns into a lizard and eats him.
Yeah, I forgot that was a meme.
He's just polymorph.
Oh, no. He's not one big lizard. He's just multiple tiny lizards.
Yeah.
That episode from Gravity Falls where if the guy turns the other way, you can see like a whole bunch of tiny like minions controlling a mech.
What the hell? I have found the most cursed image on the internet.
Let's see it.
I'm gonna send it to the chat.
It's chat. We have 4.
The fucking Nhildivarian chat and voice chat.
Okay.
I think. I hope.
Oh, how have you not seen any swamp puppies? Didn't you say you were gonna take one home and take care of it?
Most cursed image on the internet.
No, it's the least cursed image on the internet. Oh my god, it's that again. God damn it.
That is so fucked.
I see that in my nightmares.
What the hell? I want to know who made it.
Second question, was it commissioned?
That's even scarier to think about.
I'm back. I'm very concerned.
Hello, Mr.Cakenugget.
I found the most cursed image on the internet.
God, it's Cody.
I see.
It's made it return.
You know, the funny thing is, though, is that this has been recording the entire time you guys have been gaffing around. I will edit it out if we need to.
It's not bad. We've been talking about how Mark Zuckerberg is apparently wanting to fight in the UFC.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Elon backed out. Now he's been training for no reason.
That's funny.
Listen, I found it. I found that. I found that on Insta like while I was scrolling because I was bored, and because we were taking the break, and I found it.
I think this should be at the very end. I think this should be like a bloopers.
I'm definitely making us a bloopers reel at some point.
God, it'd be like an hour long.
Nothing wrong with that image besides who made it.
Yeah, probably.
Multiple
yeah.
questions.
But anyway,
So,
now that we're
Was it
back,
commissioned?
Anyways,
probably was commissioned.
where had we left off? Let me get me a bite of my chicken cone real quick. Also, is my audio good or is it wild?
No, your bass boosty
I need to turn it down.
is wild. It's
Better?
wild.
Better or a few more clicks?
A few more clicks.
Few more.
Better?
Better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, cool. Because it does pick up on my audio volume on the recording too, so please, when I ask these questions, help me out, brothers.
Alright.
Or here's a thought: don't have the mic so close to your face.
You see, though, it's not a. It's a problem with the fact that my mic has a sensitivity boost on it, and I need to turn it down all the way. That way, it won't pick up on the recording when other things are going on in my house.
Fair.
Because it still records even past the point of me muting myself on Discord.
I think if I remember correctly, I think I was just kind of talking to Bastian.
Okay.
Just
I'll
kinda
leave you guys to it then.
him to sponsor. I don't remember. I think that's where it was, Andrew.
Since Bjorn left to go throw a chest with, amongst other chests filled with gold. Since I'm not needed, I will go to the abyss.
So, I guess I'll just kind of introduce you. And be like, well, I know you haven't seen Yurvir, but this is my daughter, Sandra.
Huh. Wait, I should ask Cody, does it look like him?
Dude,
Yeah,
what?
I mean,
Yes, it looks like him and Halfclaw.
It's Andrew. It's like, imagine like, because like the human part would be like the majority of like their body structure, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like her face is more elvish than orcish,
Right.
and her ears are more elvish too. So she looks probably more like me than Hefla, or than Hefla.
Right.
She probably also has like skin tint, and I don't know about her size. She may be normal. I'm not sure, but
Huh. Well, now
But
you got a little version of you walking around.
I mean, I think Carver takes him after his mother.
Yeah, well, I don't really have a way of confirming that until I've seen him, but you know.
Then it's kind of like with his head. He like his both of his hands are on Sandra, so he like kind of uses his head to motion like to go over there with me. He starts kind of walking off.
I don't
He doesn't
know,
wait
man.
for you to answer. He just does that motion and then starts walking back.
Bastian just kind of like stands there for a second, and then just like begrudgingly follows him.
You do not sound excited to meet the kids.
Bastian is not good with kids, like small kids. Like he's alright with like medium-aged kids, because at least by then they're like can speak his language and are competent within themselves. Like it's not like that with infants.
Fair.
If you need any confirmation of that, he completely ignored the toddler when he went into the church and immediately went up to the girl because that was the priority there.
That's fair.
But yeah, Bastian kind of like slowly walks up the steps.
And then he's actually gonna switch with Hefla because she hasn't really got to ask Sandra. So he'd be like, "You want to switch?" And he like holds out Sandra a little bit.
She will go ahead and switch you, and the weight difference between the two children is noticeable.
Are we talking like how heavy are we talking?
Oh God. Ugh.
Like even like orcish children, I'm sure can't be too big, because like that just defeats the entire purpose of being a baby.
Yeah.
He might be born.
I get it.
Yeah. So I mean, like maximum, we're talking like what, like 15, 20 pounds.
Right.
Most
I would-
normal baby like 8 or so.
Yeah. So Svandra is maybe a 9-pound baby, and your other kid is like 13 pounds. Revere is 13.
I mean,
I was gonna say it's just noticeable because he's a bigger kid. That's all I'm trying to get across with it.
That's actually not as big as I was thinking. There's like 13-pound human babies, so you know.
That's true.
So he picks up and he's like, oh, there we go. It's like, and this is my son, Yurvir. And kind of like, is Yurvir still crying?
Not anymore. Now he's just kind of like staring at Bossian. Staring.
You know, just for funny, it's not like he's actively trying to intimidate the child. More so just from his general appearance.
The child begins to cry again. Looking at Bossian.
Bossian looks over to Leonellus again, and he's like, "This is why."
No, he holds his hand out and he's like, hold on, just watch. And he kind of like, because Leonellus has done a lot of. I don't want to say autistic research, but it's to that point. He completely delved into everything. So he's like, hold on. And he like holds his hand out to Bossian and he goes like, shh. And then he motions for Bossian to stick his hand out, like holds his own hand out.
Okay. Bossian just
So
kind of
he grabs you by the wrist instead of the hand. And then he using his other hand like puts the top of your furry palm in like Yurvir's small little hand. And he's like, look, see?
Do I guess whatever check you think is appropriate. I would say it's probably a charisma check. You.
Don't forget this. And 14's actually not
14.
bad.
It's not.
Not too bad.
The child would kind of start calming down the crying as they'd kind of like squish your hand and like press at the pads of your hand. It's not like cat paw. So, but they'd kind of like, they'd just be like grabbing at your hand a lot now and just kind of like looking at it. More focused on the hand than your face.
Yeah, Leonellus will let go of your wrist, Bossian, and just kind of like be like, see? It's like they're not. It's like babies are as pure of humans as.
That's when you start feeling your hair get pulled painfully from your hand.
You'd see Bossian kind of like wince, but he's got like that serious face looking at me all face.
Yeah, Leonellus kind of like chuckles a little bit and like with 2 fingers kind of goes like no like to your rear.
He just like start trying to grab your hand, your finger as you'd wiggle it at him.
And he like sticks his. He's like, all right, and he like lets him grab his fingers. And he's like.
But once Bossian's not getting grabbed anymore, he pulls his hand back like slowly and just like pats Leonellus on the back of the shoulder, and he's just like, I'm gonna go anywhere but here, and just starts walking away.
Jesus. Anywhere but here. Damn. Man's really said peace.
Man really hold up the peace sign and faded away. Oh?
I thought it was funny.
It's funny. I laughed at it.
He just didn't pick it up.
So he's kind of like he's kind of just messing with Yurvir a little bit, like moving his hand around a little bit. I wonder if I'm gonna look up. Do I see Bjorn?
I don't think Bjorn's here at all. He's down in the basement still.
Is Bjorn right here?
Hi, I'm here.
Oh, he is here. I'm freaking blind. Hello.
He's been gone for a while, to be fair. That would have been a while if he was still down there. I'd have got a little nervous, like, what's he doing down there? I kind of catch like I kind of see Bjorn. I'm assuming he's like looking at me, but he's like not like. It's more of like he's like he wants to come over, but like doesn't know if he can or not.
Is that the vibrating?
Yeah, he's extremely hesitant to get any closer.
So then it's like he like sighs a little bit and like kind of smiles, but also kind of like it's kind of like a knowing look, and he walks over to Dottie Avenue. He's like, "Here, sorry, he's a little heavy, but you know," and like hands him to her. And he's like, "You can give her to Hefka too if she would like. She's got her arms are a little bigger than mine."
I mean, she can palm the babies, so.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, it's a little different.
Palming
So
a child.
he walks over to Bjorn. And he's like, "Come here real fast," and then he kind of like leads Bjorn. He kind of like walks past him, like while also kind of like giving him like a look, like "Come here." He comes over to like kind of the top of the steps area. So he's hopefully like not like out of earshot, but like not where people are just like listening in on him.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Look,
Oop.
I heard what happened yesterday. Bjorn, you know that I trust you, but I got things to worry about now. And if I have to worry about you, somebody who's supposed to be one of the more competent people, losing your head every time we have a battle, then I'm not going to be able to trust you." Against my better judgment, I'm going to keep you around. I'm not going to tell you to go, because I know you're kind of like me. You have nowhere else to go. But I know it's against your control. But you don't see reason when you're like that. And I've got children, Bjorn. I can't risk you being around them when you're like that. I don't know when you'll do it. You already attacked me. I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt, but now it's happened twice, and you almost put their lives in danger too. I'm not asking you to control it, because I know you can't, but I don't know. It just... You know that I trust you. I wouldn't have let you come into this hole without that being the truth, but I just can't sit idly by anymore and let this keep going on. You're only you could really hurt somebody. Then he kind of like stops for a second, and he's just like, I don't think anybody has truly told you this yet, but, and he kind of like looks around, and he's like, I mean this from a place of love too, Bjorn. Namir's death is not your fault. It isn't. The same way that my father's death is not my fault. Death is a part of life. Without death, life would have no purpose. You keep letting yourself lose the things that are important to you over her, and I know that she would be upset if she was here. I think what I'm trying to get across is that I know that it's hard for you to control it, but you are crossing the boundary of hurting your friends. And if you genuinely hurt them, then it will be your fault. I just don't want you to do that. You have enough issues with your life in general. I know how much she torments you, even though you didn't do anything wrong, and in fact, kept us all safe. I don't know. I thought I needed to say that. And he was kind of looking away, but now he kind of like looks at you.
Ern's kind of like giving you this blank look, but you can tell in his eye that he understands somewhat. He knows what you're trying to get across.
So it's kind of a blank look. I'm gonna do an insight, and I'm actually hoping that it will be best. Let's see. Let's see, because then I'll have to change my mind about what I'm gonna do here. Oh, of course. Well, okay, how about this? I'll do it this way. So he sees that you are understanding that what he's trying to say, but you're still giving him that blank look, which is like, he's like, come here. And he grabs Bjorn by like kind of the shoulder, and he's like, let's go talk to her. And then he starts walking out the door with you. This would be such a better scene if I had to speak to undead, but I don't. That'd be awesome, but I don't.
It would be a very fun moment.
Bossy and Cat.
It's like right here, right?
No, it's past the wall. There's a hole in the gate up front. You can
I
go
see
through.
it. Yep,
Bossy
right here.
and catches you guys leaving and is going to follow behind.
And he's like, so, Leonel's kind of like walks up, and he's like, no, it's been a while. I've had a lot of stuff I was dealing with, but we're doing good, but Bjorn isn't. He kind of like looks over at Bjorn, and he's like, and they also kind of continue, and he's like, I wish I could just have you answer a question for me one more time, but we're not blessed to have that. He kind of also grabbed out from like his pouch, like again, it's been a while for this too. He pulls out the urn for his father, and he's like, you know, Bjorn, I beat myself up about that too. It's not like you're at any fault. I understand what you mean. Thinking, what if I had stopped that skewer? What if I had healed him? What if I had killed the giant faster? But what's done is done. And I know that it's most important now that I live for my dad instead of dying for him. Do you know what I mean?
Bjorn nods his head.
And he looks back over to Namir's grave, and then he sets the urn down for a second, and then he kind of like sits crisscross applesauce on the ground, and he motions for Bjorn to kind of sit down with him.
He does.
And he's like, well, I guess since you haven't really been doing it, I guess I'll do it. Cody, I rolled to GM if you saw that.
Can see it.
And then, so he's like, Odbjornsson, it's probably been a while since you've heard from Bjorn. The namesake, his patron god, I suppose. But I just ask that you help him in any way. And I know that the gods of anger, the gods of vampirism, sanguine issues, stuff like that, I don't know all about them, but what I do know is that Bjorn is troubled. And I think what's worse for him is the fact that he knows he can't control it. If he could, this wouldn't have happened at all. But now it's happened twice. Odbjornsson, I know that you gave us a sign that you listened. Back when Namirip died, actually. A sign that you were watching or paying attention. You were caught up to what we were going on with, and you responded when I asked for help. I don't pray to a patron god of any sorts. Of course, none of the dark ones, but I've never found the light in my life to find the specific one. But Bjorn did, and he kind of like looks over at Bjorn. And he's like, I just hope that you can bestow upon him any kind of help, any kind of power. Nothing to fight with, but something to help him. What he needs now is less power to fight with, actually. Less anger. And he kind of looks over, then he like looks back to the graven mirror and he's like, "She never knew you were a vampire, did she, Bjorn?"
Bjorn shakes his head no.
Yeah. In truth, I didn't know what it meant until very recently. And he kind of like looks down at his thigh, which I'm assuming has a whitish scar on it.
Yeah.
Bjorn, I don't know if there's anything that I can do, but I promise that I'll try. If I'm asking something from you, then I suppose I'll try myself. With my limited knowledge about medicine and arcana and stuff. But then he kind of like goes up to one knee and then he touches Namira's grave and then he puts his hand on his dad's urns. And he picks up Urnar's urn and he's like, "Yeah. Probably sound like a hypocrite." And he's like, "One more time, Bjorn. Will you come with me real fast?" And then he like stands up with Bjorn or with Urnar's ashes and kind of walks back to the like the front area, I suppose, where the front of the hall is.
Okay, well, Bastian's going to run to the other side. To run as fast as he can, so people can not fucking see where he was going, and sleeps inside.
This probably what doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, but I'm gonna do it. So he'll be like, it's long past due that I have to do this. And he like looks at Bjorn and he's like, "It pains me too, the fact that this is all I have of him." But he like opens up the urn and like scoops out a little bit of it. And he's like, 18 years. That's all I got of him. And then he like slowly begins to spread the ashes very, very delicately, kind of on the front of the guild hall, kind of rubbing it into the wood in parts and spreading it on the ground. He pours out about 3/4 of it and then shuts the lid with the rest of it and makes a small little hole, like right here or so, in the ground with his hands. Puts the urn in, then closes it back up and smooths it out. My father wouldn't be the type that wants a tomb or a gravestone. But I think I'd feel better knowing that he's kind of everywhere. Not trapped in a bottle. I don't know. I hope that I can be of use to you in any way that I can, Bjorn. If there's anything I can do related to your vampirism, just let me know. But at the end of the day, it affects you, not me. And then he kind of like stands there and just kind of looks at Bjorn.
God. I don't know how to describe his emotions right now, I guess. Peace at with what you said. And I guess he just kind of like hits you on the shoulder, said, "Done more than enough." And it does like a small little prayer for your dad. I suck at prayers.
He'll also kind of do it too, just silently.
And he would walk back inside.
Before you walk, he catches you on the arm, and then he's like, "And I'll return the favor. You won't see Ragnolf anytime soon. Not if I can help it."
Bjorn nods his head.
Like, kind of smile, like, it's kind of a joke, but it's also kind of not a joke. And then be like, alright, let's go back in there. It's like, I have to show you your niece and nephew, I suppose. And he kind of walks in the other door.
Bjorn, I keep saying that. Bjorn kind of like trips a little and looks very surprised.
Aw. Aw. I freaking love this.
And be like, alright. He's like, give your arms a rest, I suppose. He picks up Big Boy.
Big boy.
Like, so it's probably a good thing Bjorn was doing all those push-ups.
Bjorn chuckles and nods.
He's like, well, Bjorn, this is my son, Yurvir. He looks a little bit more like his mom. He kind of just like doesn't like hold him out, but just kind of like tilts his head a little forward, so he's not like so that his peripheral is kind of on you instead of him just like looking straight at the ceiling.
The baby looks looks you straight in the face, Bjorn. Kind of like looking at your big beard and stuff.
I kind of like my hand closer to him, I guess, to see what happens.
The baby would reach out and firmly grasp your fingertip.
He's got quite a grasp.
Yetis does.
He'd start like kind of like tugging on your finger a bit. Feel the ever so slight movement of your hand as he would actually be pulling your hand a little bit.
He's like, well, he's certainly no bowman, I suppose. Let's teach him how to use a sword or an axe.
Looks kind of surprised that a newborn is able to, pull his hand a small amount.
He's got that orc in him.
He got that orc in him.
Got that orc in him.
And then he goes like, he's like, hence, you're back to daughter Avenue, and he kind of like turns you a little bit. He doesn't take the baby from F, but he just kind of turns to you. He's like, and this is my daughter, Svandra.
For funniness sakes, it does take you a few seconds to actually get Yurvir's hand off of Bjorn's finger.
Like, alright, come on, yeah.
Svandra is just kind of like trying to grab your beard, just kicking her legs a little bit.
And then he'll be like, all right, hold on. And then he like shakes his hand and then kind of does that like summoning judgment feeling in his body where he like channels his magic but doesn't like use it. Just kind of has it glow on his hand. He's like, all right, look, stop. Like,
She'd stop like as you do your little bit of magic there.
And then he kind of like, speaking in general to more of Hefwa and to Bjorn, he's like, I noticed that she has an affinity for magic. And he kind of like gives a look to Hefwa, and he's like, she takes after her father in that regard.
Or silence. Let's go. Both very lovely children, Leo. And I think that's the first time I've ever called him Leo instead of Leonellus.
It's but he kind of stands up and he's like, I actually noticed when I didn't really know how to, with the boys, it's like they try to grab stuff, but with the daughter, I don't know, I never had the pleasure of interacting with one, but... And then he kind of like looks at Bjorn and he's like, I saw a look in her eye, I guess. Or actually, it felt more like a resonance. When I casted Cure Wounds, it was like I casted Cure Wounds into my finger. You know how it glows a little bit, right?
Yes.
She kind of like resonated with it a little bit. For me, my magic did start until I was a teenager. By then, it started to have this feeling in my body like I had, strength that I wasn't using, that kind of thing. But my father told me that I didn't have any signs of magic. I was a normal kid. Until, I grew up a little bit.
Mhm.
She seems to be a little different. And then he kind of like gets a little quiet, and he like kind of looks down a little bit, and he's like, "Wonder what your grandmother would say."
Aw. Yeah, me crying in a second. Ah.
It's
Trying to eat my chicken, man, and listen in on the beautiful stuff, and I'm gonna cry and choke on my chicken.
He still has like nightmares, by the way, about his mom.
Yeah,
He doesn't know if she's alive or dead.
You know, Leo, I think your children would do great things.
I hope so. I hope they're better than me. I guess that's what every parent hopes for, though, right?
One kind of like nods his head.
Guess I failed then. Definitely not better than my dad, especially at just general stuff. Being manly, that's definitely something that he has to be beat on. Although I get the feeling that he knew that he told me enough. Enough to get me started, I guess. Right?
Yes.
There's kind of a moment where Leonidas is like clearly debating something in his head. And then he kind of like looks over to Gale and he's like, "Yeah, Gale,
Oh,
I think I
yes.
could ask you a question."
Of course, anything.
What's the and he kind of like pauses and like thinks really, really hard about like how he wants to say, or if he wants to say it. He's like, "What'd you say the town was where wild elves are often from?"
Oh goodness. I don't think there's really a town per se. I know they have plenty of fortresses and stuff up near Scarlet Cairn, though.
Right. Yeah, and the redwood.
Right. Yes. Yes.
And then he kind of like looks over at Hefla and gives this like look of like, he's like, I had to kind of ask, like, 'cause she probably knows what he's referring to.
Yeah.
He's like, part of me hopes that she's alive, but also there's a part of me that kind of hopes that she's not.
Leo, if we ever were to head back up that way, I know we aren't really being hunted anymore, but the giants will still be around, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Not to mention, there's been recent word of Clan Vesgontal and moving their troops down more south.
There's not exactly an opportunity for me to do that right now. I know.
Of course. I'm just, speaking my mind. I'll get lost. You, anything else, just let me know.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. He's like, Bjorn, you know what I mean though, right? Like, if she's alive, that means that she hasn't been looking for me. So, maybe she's dead? I don't know. I hope that there's a reason that she hasn't come and found me. And he just kind of like, for a second, he like looks over. Is Hefla holding Is Hefla holding both of the children?
Yeah, she is holding both the children now.
Okay. So he like kind of goes over and like looks into Yervar's eyes, and then looks over into Svandra's eyes, and just kind of like smiles and like messes again with Yervar and Svandra a little bit, and then he stands up and he kind of like looks back at like the hall in general, and like for the first time, at least for Boston and Bjorn, you guys get that look of like that look that he had when like you guys kind of first met him. Like, where he wasn't really held down. Like a look where he's, like, kind of at peace. That he's kind of excited and not scared or anything. It's been months. We're talking probably 4 or 5 since you've seen him even exhale easily.
Boston would note that quite quickly, and he kind of, from a distance, like he's leaning against the pillar over here, just kind of grins to himself.
Then he kind of like steps out, like where he is right now. He kind of steps to the end of here, and I'm pretty sure we're missing a few people. I think I know we're missing Plopop, but I feel like we're missing a couple like NPCs in the guild hall. I feel like we should more likely.
We're missing Gunther.
Yeah.
And nah, man, this is it. To be honest, I just don't have his token in here somewhere. I think he's personally seen to guarding outside of the outside of the hall right now.
Well, he kind of like steps and he like puts his hands up and he's like, I'm not good at making speeches, but I just want to say I appreciate you guys for putting up with me and sticking by my family. Without you, we wouldn't have a house. We'd maybe have the basement. That was pretty much all it was good for. But let's enjoy the day. And then he looks over at Gale and he's like, what day is it, Gale? I wrote it. It's the 26th, Cody. It's the next
Cody's
day.
muted.
Yeah, well, the 26th. It's the 26th. So just be like, I suppose I'll just continue the speech. It's not that important. It's not important for the DM specifically. Well, I just wanted to, thank you all, everybody. Nobody is more important than the other, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah. It's been a while since I feel like I've had a community that I belong. Really, I never belonged. So I'm glad that our ragtag little group is grown a little larger. And then he like reaches down and grabs the goblet of water and he like raises it up and splashes it a little bit out into the open air. Yeah.
Bossy doesn't have like a mug, but he just kind of like throws his fist up from the pillar in the corner. Okay. I'm gonna wait for Cody to return before I.
Oh, how about the weather? Am I right?
I'm back. Sorry, someone was asking about my work scheduling for the next few days.
Well, Cody, I will go ahead and repeat what I said at the end there.
Yeah, please do. I didn't hear any of it.
He basically said thank you all for sticking. I don't know if you heard that, sticking by me and my family, that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What was the last thing that you heard from the speech part?
I think I literally missed like after the first few words.
Okay, so he basically just went I appreciate everybody being here and keeping everybody safe and doing jobs that I kind of assigned. The guild is really important to me. I know it's really important to have fun, whatever. That he's no one person's more important than the other, and that he's happy that he finally has a community where he belongs, because he didn't even really in Snowtree because he was kind of racially abused.
Yeah, a little bit.
So then he grabbed the goblet of water and was like, Gail, what day is it? And then I knew what day it was because I had actually.
Yeah, I was trying to find it
26th.
earlier. I would have been able to find it.
It's the 26th of January,
26th.
or whatever the January equivalent is.
It's whatever the January equivalent is.
Yeah, so Gail let him know, and then he went, well, the 26th of January, I suppose. And then he grabbed the goblet of water off the floor
Yep.
and raised it up in the air and kind of splashed the water out of it a little bit onto the ground.
Everybody else is gonna go ahead and pick up a glass and do that as well.
So this is what I was waiting for you to get back for. He's gonna kind of beckon to Yosef, and he's like, Yosef, your father left earlier than I thought he would, so if you wouldn't mind making the trek to Olengiv and letting him know and his compatriots and maybe some of your friends, the hall is open tonight and the mead will be on me.
He'd go ahead and give you a nod. You'd see him stand there for a second, kind of squint. But
before anything happens, Bastian kind of hops down from the overhang against the pillar, and just kind of walks up. Before you go, Yosef, Leo, there's something I need to do in Olengiv.
Alright, well, if you think of anybody that you'd like to bring. And then he stops for a second, he's like, oh, and then he gives you this look of nice. And he's like, everybody! Let's hope that Bastian and Yosef can find Fricks in time for her to make the party. And he very loudly exclaims that. Then he kind of gives this look to Bastian yeah.
It's Bastian kind of steps forward. It's not about the party. This hall was attacked, and it was because of me. She could still, what if they sent people to her?
And then he stops him, and he's like, I know what you mean. It's probably safer for her to be here actually than being somewhere we don't know where she is. And then he's like, but for me, it makes me happy to know that your girlfriend is in the hall too. I know you've been a little lonely.
Bastian just closes his eyes and I'm not even gonna entertain this, and just is well, let us depart, Yosef.
And then he's like, actually, and he holds his hand up and he's like, Bastian.
Mm-hmm.
And then he reaches into his pocket and grabs out let's say 3 gold and kind of tosses it over in your general direction. And he's like, I know you're trying to be your usual calm and mature self, but it's a good day. It's a great day. Everybody's safe. They fled. I know you're worried about it still, but I think everybody's finally had a little weight lifted off them, so use my money, not the guild money, my money. Get us some drinks, your choice, whatever you think is best. If we're going to have a banquet for these children, then we might as well make it enjoyable. And maybe some food, too, actually.
I'll see what I can find in the market.
Then he's like, well, Bjorn, I suppose we better freshen up a little. And he kind of looks down at himself, and they're probably both filthy.
Sure. Ern probably has ash and shit on him.
Yeah, we probably both do. We probably have snow and fucking burn and shit all over us. And then he'll Leonos will walk back over and kind of I like that this is going to make me happy that I get to say this. Right? He takes Svandra from Hekla, and he's like, she weighs a little bit less. And then he gives a smile to Hekla that she probably hasn't seen since the first day you met her.
Aww.
And he's like, but in fairness, I figured you know, that threat's probably hurting your body. It's not very comfortable.
Well, honey, they're both out now.
He's like, well, how about let's say you and me take them up to the room, and then, you know, we'll get nice and ready for the party or whatever is going to happen if they're, you know, because you've had a long day, longer than mine. And then he's like, because he has Svandra in one arm, and then he holds out his hand. And he's like, "My queen," and he holds it out like he's going to help her up.
She will go ahead and take your arm and kind of like stand up.
He's like, you know what? He's like, as they're like walking up the stairs, he's like, you know, I really like when you're sitting down because we're like almost the same height. So they'll probably disappear upstairs for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Leonidas is going to change into more of like a garb instead of him having like it's like essentially under armor on.
I just realized something.
Let's here. How about this? Since Bjorn is also getting nice and ready in his guards.
Just realized something.
What's up, buddy?
Bjorn doesn't have anything than his armor.
There were clothes that were dropped off when you guys first got the place. You guys were donated clothes.
They gave us like a bunch of like people clothes because I didn't have any either. I only remember that because I wrote it in my notes that he has clothes now.
Funnily enough, the wandering monk sellsword Bossian is the only one who had people clothes on him.
Bjorn hasn't even looked at any of that. To be real, I kind of forgot.
Well, it's in your room. Let's say while me and Bjorn will get changed and Hefla can get nice and whatever she needs. She's not exactly she's not gonna get like a dress on. She's not that kind. That's what I wouldn't like if she did. But we'll set up like the whole me and Bjorn, or Bastian, and Yosef go on a little adventure because I would like to see what happens.
Okay. Well, I will go ahead and I will GM layer Leo and her for now. And
you'll probably have to bring my token over there because I won't be able to see you. Or I guess I'll just watch your stream. It's less work for you.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the bathroom really fast.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Bossy and Bjorn, where are you two heading again? The city? Was it?
I'm not going to the city. I'm chilling here.
Yosef's going to the city.
Yeah. So yeah, we're going to the main city looking for stuff for the party, and we're going to tiefling hunting as well.
Yep, tiefling hunting. That's not concerning out of context or anything.
Yeah, completely out of context. That probably sounds really bad.
Yeah, you know. Come on, men, we're going tiefling hunting. He's a tiefling, right? Yes.
Ben's a goblin.
Brandon's goblin, but I'm asking about tiefling. Frix is a tiefling?
Yes.
I just realized that. My brother in Christ, I forgot all about her, to be real.
Well, she's been gone for like 6-7 sessions, so yeah, you'd have right to have kind of forgotten about her. With impertinence. I think that's the right word. It probably isn't the right word.
So I'm trying to get Gale set up. I'm finally, with this new facial thing, I'm able to make a lot of the NPCs that I haven't been able to make before.
Hooray!
So we can have Gale nice and pretty.
The
what?
It was so funny when we first met him.
Yeah. He's pretty great. We love Gale.
Gale.
We love Gale.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm not
almost
sure
like
Leo's a
that.
fan.
I'm
of
back.
Gale.
I haven't missed anything.
Hello.
Hello?
Howdy.
Hello.
Have I missed anything?
No.
Nope.
Oh.
They just got around to leaving. They're heading for Varnloft now.
Yeah. Barn loft.
I was gonna say something. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, Cody. I have I'm still not doing push-ups because my toe is still destroyed. But
That's fine, dude. Don't worry about it.
I am currently doing curls because I'd like to let it be known that I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Hecla 5 times because I know that she's probably extremely worn out. So that would, most likely get her all to full health from 0. So I'm hoping that will at least make her feel somewhat able to enjoy herself. Because I'm sure that's probably she's probably wiped out.
Yeah.
But I want her to enjoy the day. I want to enjoy the day.
That's what you want, totally.
Well, yeah, maybe later, but
Not the literal
Not
day
right
after
now.
childbirth. That
Not
does
right
not
now.
sound like a fun time.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, sounds like
if anyone, Cody, you know damn well if anybody's going to initiate it, it's going to be her. It's not going to be him.
Right, and she is not going to be doing that today.
Yeah.
So we have arrived at the city.
Yes, correct.
Seems like it.
Why the fuck are you so zoomed out?
Bastian is going to because I'm assuming we're taking the cart in, right?
Yes.
Once we reach the gate, Bastian is gonna kind of tap Bjorn on the shoulder from the back of the cart. You do know where to go to find her, right? I have no idea where she went after we started building the hall.
My brother, I thought I was still at the guild hall.
Talking to Yosef.
Oh, Yosef.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, Yosef.
Sorry, my bad.
Yosef would just kind of see him stare forward for a second and then kind of do twitchy look back oh, you're speaking to me, and he just kind of shrugs at you nervously.
So we don't know where we're going. Okay. Well, we can, I guess, go to the market first and then go on our way back. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing.
You wanna sign for the tried and true method, yelling out their name until they respond.
Lane! Sorry. Quickly taking care of the rest of Gale's mini.
Yeah, Minnie.
I want
Yeah.
wish to buy everyone. These minis I will buy eventually, one day. I need Bjorn. I want my little. They all look so good, Cody.
Thank you.
You've seen how bad mine are.
They're not bad. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Telling the truth.
Mm-hmm. Now you listen here. Where's the market even located at?
Jesus.
It's
Assuming it would be in front of the castle, right?
There's one out here, but I think you said the biggest one was
That's a
right
shop.
here, I think. I'm pretty sure that I actually asked you the same question. You said like right here. It's the market areas with the big the long road right here?
The Gold
I
Strand
don't
Market.
think I
There's a
gave it
few
a
different
name,
markets.
but-
The Gold Strand Marketplace is where you guys ran into Avery. That's the only market that Bossian would know of.
Yeah, that's where Bossian would probably have gone.
All right, it's over here.
Can you
Can't
ping
wait
it?
for you to run back into
It's
him.
over here.
Okay. Well, down the street we go.
There is an eerie fog about the town today, and there's not a lot of voices talking or loud noises happening in the town. The weather's just kind of like dreary over here after you guys got it to a bit of writing.
You know, for a day of festivities, this weather would not be my choice. Arrive at the marketplace. Park the cart and
Oh no.
what?
Checking notes real quick.
Okay.
Ah. The market today wouldn't have that many vendors out. There is the same man from last time that you would remember. I can't remember his name. I was going to pull it off the recording, but since both those freaking recordings went no audio, I don't have it. So there is the man at his stall sitting, and there are a few other stalls open, but the rest seem to be closed and out of stock.
Are there any still open that sell like specifically like food goods?
There is one that is open that does sell food goods.
Well, that's the one he's gonna go towards.
Okay. Oh.
Right.
Heading
So-
toward. Yep. Go ahead.
No. Sorry, I was.
I was going to explain the stall. You can go ahead and say what you need to say.
No, I wasn't saying anything. I was gonna say I was waiting for what you were gonna do.
Right. So that stall then that you approach is. If I can friggin' think, my brain's melting slowly but surely into a proverbial ooze. Primordial ooze. Sorry.
I thought you were gonna say soup.
There is a dwarf, a female dwarf. Her beard is kind of like adorned in a few copper rings. She would look up to you guys. She has like meat pies and baked goods for sale here.
Huh. Boston's gonna stop by. Hey, he's gonna slap down one of the gold pieces on the market stand like counter. He's like, what can I buy with this?
You think in bulk or just one thing?
Probably bulk. This is for a bigger party.
Okay. She would go ahead and she would pull out. Let me take a roll here. Okay, 9. Alright, she'd go ahead and get out 9 of. Oh, I'm trying to find my notes. Where are my notes? Ah! I lost half of them, but I'm hoping I have what I need. Oh.
Gone, reduced to atoms.
Yeah, they got freaking Thanos snapped out of existence. You are able to get in bulk, because she goes in and she grabs a few different things for you. Should be five 5 turkey legs, 2 cockatrice wings,
Ooh.
3 of her meat pies,
Mm-hmm.
and let's see here. 1 cheesecake.
Ooh. Bastian, like, will collect all of it, and then when she's done kind of handing it out, he's also going to drop 20 silver pieces down as a tip.
She would take it and give you like a big smile. Thank you, sir.
Of course. Just perchance, you wouldn't have happened to have seen a gray tiefling, like grayish black tiefling around?
Not that I can think of. Most
Okay.
tieflings in town are in the southern districts.
I guess that helps. Thank you very much. I appreciate the information.
I will state as well, the sadly very D&D classic tiefling racism does exist a bit. In
Yeah.
Nhildivar.
I figured as much.
Shocking, yeah.
Shocking in a town
Huh?
where
What?
Avery's yelling at somebody. The second you guys meet him for the first time.
Yeah, but Bastian just kind of collects all the goods and brings it over to the cart and kind of like God, just kind of looks at Yusuf as he's getting into like the back of the cart. Well, got us some kind of lead on where Fricks might be. Says that the tiefling greater population of the city hangs out in the southern districts. It's worth a shot. How about we head that way? See if we can find her. And I guess that would start a trek south. I don't know exactly what constitutes as the southern districts in this city, but
There is northern, of course, northeast, south, and west, along with center districts. You're currently in a center district.
I guess we'll just head south then, directly south.
Mm-hmm.
I won't go too far to where the map isn't exposed.
Yeah. I'm going to quickly give you control over Yosef, that way you can drag him around with you.
Okay.
There you
All right.
go. Since you're kind of the one leading the way at the current moment. I think it's way too fucking creepy for this. Hold on.
I was really nervous because you said also the weather was dreary, and I was like, is something about to happen? Like, do I need to be on my guard?
I checked my notes, and luckily the roll constituted no. For you at least, lucky.
Okay. Well, guess we arrive somewhere in the southern districts.
Our good audience, everybody that is going ahead and watching at the current moment, I want you to put a number between 1 and 100. Any number from each of you, please.
Does that include us, Cody?
Nope, you're not a part of the audience. You are playing, my good friend.
But technically, we're not doing anything.
Gosh,
That's fair.
Actually.
13 is the first one from our audience. Thank you, Hex.
How is that lucky?
Alpha Schmel.
I think Alpha's doing makeup right now.
Alright, we can just use 13 then, I guess.
13's the only one done, because half the other people didn't do anything. Bossian, make a perception check for me, my good friend.
Yes, sir. I shall make that. Why can't I find? There it is. There's perception.
I shall make the roll.
Right. 16.
You're about to see something really stupid.
Okay.
I'm a pious man of God, and no one shall stray me from my path.
You're already wrong.
Huh. As you are walking, Bossian, a cart in front of you would be driving. It hits a rock, and one of the contents of the cart fall off the back. It rounds the corner and keeps going without noticing what fell off.
Can I see what it is?
You can. It seems to be a pair of bracers.
Are they familiar, or are they just like
Not familiar
random
to you.
bracers?
They are a pair of bracers made from a very fine silver.
Huh.
Which I'm going to go ahead and, for your sake, I'm going to put on. Where's the button? Where's the funny button? Where's the funny button? There we go. Boom! You have found these.
The funny hee hee ha ha button.
Bossian is gonna like hop off, or like tap Yosef's shoulder to stop and tells him to stop the cart before hopping off real quick and grabbing the bracers. He tries to like round the corner to like.
The cart is gone.
Yeah. So he just kind of like looks back down at them, shrugs, and just takes them.
Yep. So you can add bracers of defense to your inventory.
Okay.
You can see all their stats on the handout I gave you.
Oh wait, I forgot. That probably is something in Roll20. So.
Yep.
Is there though? Really though?
Okay. Let me see. The braces.
There you go.
Oh, did you add it to my inventory while I wasn't looking?
Nope, I just have it on handouts. Look in your notes on the right side.
Fuck. I forgot I made it a separate thing, so I gotta pull up my sheet to get it. Okay. Brace defense. Yay! I got braces of defense. And it made my armor class go down. Fucking lovely. Because I brought my thing down manually, so okay, I added it up again. Sorry, but yeah, I'm just gonna hop back on the cart and keep moving, I guess. That's a little present from the gods there.
I can continue revealing southward. I just do that stuff. Where the heck? If it'll allow me to select. There is a path that leads that way, and there's a path that leads that way. Unless you want to go in between the buildings. Where did you go?
I am behind. I'm here. Wait, where did my token go? What the fuck? It was right here.
You alt-tabbed or something?
I have no idea what happened to my token.
You might have just blipped it out of existence. I'll pull a new one over. Very silly.
I unexisted myself.
You
I unexisted myself. What a sentence.
put that in quotes, chat.
Hey, everybody.
God. There we go. Let's go. I'm feeling right. That's a wider path. I think wider paths are normally the ones that are more established.
Fair enough. Let's reveal the whole road for you.
Okay. Alright. I'm assuming you'll just have me make a perception check when I need to.
Yes. That leads outside
Way
of the house.
down.
Bossy, I will need a perception check now.
Okay. Perception check. 11.
Ready? Oh, golly. Wow, that's freaking rough.
Tarnished Garnet Market.
Oh, there you go.
Oh. The Velvet Loft. That looks cool. That's a cool name.
This is, you have come across, hold on, this is one of the buildings here. There are a few different ones. Velvet Loft is... Alumni's Elixirs.
Alumni's Elixirs. That's also a really cool name.
There's Tark's Arch. And last but not least,
Elixirs and ales and things.
there is the Velvet Loft, Ballin's Folly, Alumni's Elixirs, and Tark's Arch. Are all shops here, all connected kind of the same section of buildings. The only building that doesn't have a name or anything on it, or the only two, is a building here and here. Which you do not have the right background or anything to go ahead and assume what those buildings are.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have him kind of park the cart outside of this little square, so probably like right here, and I'm going to head into the square. Are there a lot of people around? I know that said that there weren't a lot of people out
These
there.
are inside establishments. There's not a lot of people outside, but there is not a great deal of people that are really bothered. I don't have... Oh god, I just freaking glitched out my thing because I clicked the F12 button and now it's screwing up my stuff. Alright. I'll get Tark for you. Tark's Arch is a fletching and archery shop for ranged weaponry. You can see as you look in kind of the front windows, glass windows. Not a common sight in most places outside of the major cities. Alumni's Elixirs seems to be ran by a cat. Not a tabaxi, an actual cat. There is a small cat in a bow tie walking around the potion shop, talking to patrons.
Wait, like a house cat?
like a house cat, a big fluffy house cat.
Is it walking on all fours?
Yes.
Oh.
And so you're not gonna be adorable. Yes.
Oh God. I've entered Looneyville.
Looneyville.
They have a fucking house cat running a elixir shop, bro.
Sound like a racist right now.
I am a giant cat.
I don't know.
I can say it.
Seems
That's what he just said.
It's funny. It's not. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just out of the ordinary place.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Alright, I am back. My audio alright?
Oh, I'm back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
absolutely. You're fine.
Am I quiet at all?
No.
Okay, awesome.
You're fine.
Because I know for part of one of the recordings my voice was really quiet for them. Alright, yes. But there is a literal cat walking around in the shop.
That's great.
Ballin's Folly seems you can't this shop doesn't have any windows. You literally have to walk
Yeah.
in a single. And the Velvet Loft does not seem to be, or it is a seamstress and quote establishment.
Okay.
The Velvet Loft is a quote establishment. Ballin's shop, Ballin's Folly, you don't know what it is. It is currently closed, but the establishment is there.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll go to the Velvet Loft because of all of these three. I think that's probably where I'd have the best luck finding her.
Let's see.
So I will go there.
Okay. Upon entering the Velvet Loft, it's a little disorienting at first because there are mannequins in the place, which I'm just saying are a little strange to come across sometimes.
Yeah. Especially in Yelden times, probably not used to seeing mannequins.
Yeah, mannequins. Okay. So there's a bunch of, it just looks like wooden statues is the best way of, putting
Yeah.
it,
So I guess I'll just walk in and look for someone who.
Yep. Inside, there are plenty of clothing, lots of fancy clothes, jester's wares, and lots of different things available to the patrons of the city to come and buy. Upon stepping inside, I gotta go find my notes again. Ones that scrolling. You'd hear a voice kind of ring out from behind a few of the mannequins. How can we help you today?
Well, as much as the clothing is nice, I can't really say that I'm in here looking for a new tunic. I came in here looking for a tiefling named Miss Fricks, I believe. Mrs. Fricks? I don't remember if it's Mrs. or Miss. But the gray-skinned tiefling. You know anything about her?
I can't recall seeing anybody of that sort. Recently, at least. Maybe head a little bit more west, and you should be able to find more of the tieflings districts. They aren't usually up this way.
Okay. Thanks. And before he leaves, Bastian is just gonna throw him a couple silver. So I'm gonna say 3 silver just for the information.
If you're ever looking for tieflings that aren't the one you need, you can always stop by the... Name.
The name.
I will state you never saw the patron of the store. You just heard his voice.
Yeah, I never saw him. He's a cool dude, though.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah, he told me what I wanted. He wasn't like offended that I didn't want to buy anything.
Cool cat. He's a cool cat, guess you could say.
Yeah.
This guy's a pretty cool cat.
That was bad. Come on.
I'm sorry.
If you're looking for tieflings of more your style that aren't the one you're looking for now, you can always stop by the Layflower.
Layflower? What is that?
I think I might know.
You'll know what it is when you find it. Good day.
Thanks, I guess. And kinda we'll walk out back to the cart.
Might just be a whorehouse. Just maybe.
Bastian just like jumps into the cart again and he's like, well, looks like we're taking the left street instead.
There is a branch off as well before the left road you did take earlier.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning is I was saying we're going back that way. So let me highlight these two and get their goofy asses back.
Goofy,
goofy ass.
Said further west. Makes me think that probably down is the way. Actually, wait a minute. City layouts, my favorite.
Just be have fun when I actually get the paper map done for this, because I'm working on making one incarnate with all the little building symbols.
Okay. Let's go down, because you said just a little bit more west, not northwest, so... Damn it. Oh, man. Well, that's not right. That leads back to the other place. And that leads out of the city. That leads... Actually, that leads further in. Let's go this way.
This boy lost.
Well, yeah, you'd be lost too.
No, never.
Well, you live in this country.
just think it's really funny. I hope our viewers picked up on what I was doing there. Did you pick up on it, Jake?
No, I didn't. What did you do?
I'll look real quick.
Oh, well, I'm not watching your stream. I'm actually just watching the game.
Okay, I was gonna say, but look at the stream real quick.
Let's go this way, I guess. Oh, this is a big old courtyard, isn't it?
It is a big courtyard. This here. Crap. I don't have any notes on this area. There's no notes on this area. I'll think of something later. It's not of importance to what you're looking for right now.
So I'm in the wrong place. Go back.
Yes.
Left. Go left until there's no more left to go. God damn it.
At this point, Bossy, you're just gonna end up mapping out the whole city.
Yeah, I know, because I'm lost.
I will say you've just kind of been telling him where to go. You haven't asked Yosef where you're wanting to go.
Oh, at this point, Bastian being like totally completely lost, and he just like looks to Yosef, and he's like, "Okay, I'm at a loss. I can't find where we're supposed to be going. Do you actually know how to get where we're going?"
Oh, boss.
He just kind of like points like south and kind of like downwards like south and kind of like raises his eyebrows like we're going south, Southern District.
Yeah.
You'd see him like look the direction you guys were heading and then look
We
behind
go into the
himself.
whole house.
Oh, so.
You'd see him like
okay.
sigh and he'd start steering the cart that way.
Okay.
Austin tried to have a happy ending, I think.
Zoro was having a Zoro moment.
Bro forgot where he's supposed to be.
Welcome to the Southern Districts.
Alright. Bastian. I'm assuming he just kind of parks the cart. Bastian just lets out the biggest sigh ever and just gets out of the cart, and he's just like, God damn it. It was right here this whole time. He really did mean just go a little bit more west. It was literally right here.
Yeah.
And he just kind of like slumps his shoulders a little bit and being upset, and just starts walking towards the farther into the district.
Immediately, like getting into the district, Yosef like insists he stays at the cart, and kind of like ushers you to go ahead and look.
Okay. Cool. After he kind of gets the memo there, and he like puts I don't even know what he would do, but he kind of like puts his hand over his little like side pouch and just kind of walks farther into the district, because he with that piece of information he's like, okay, this is a bad part of town. Cool. Don't want to get robbed.
Boston, do a perception check for me.
Okay. Perception. Beautiful. Wow. Wait, that must move.
There is a perfect time for the audience to join in and get to the point where we're running into the bad part of the districts.
Bossian is currently alone walking through the slums. Enjoy.
Hola, friend. Alrighty. There is also this district immediately is a lot more bustling with the weather.
Okay.
There are definitely a few different buildings here, such as one that you pass by called the Three-Legged Halfling. Another one being the Voluptuous Violin.
Mm-hmm. Is that right?
Oh, so I'm in the red light district.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
I'm actually okay with this.
Oh,
Jesus
is that
Christ.
right?
Is that true, Bastian?
This is
Wow.
gonna be funny.
This is wild. They're looking for a tiefling
What do you mean
woman,
by that?
and most of the people in the southern districts that he's talked to have directed him to the
I have a
district.
feeling that Boston does not understand how uncomfortable this is about to become.
Yeah, I don't think he does either.
Partially because it's going to be rampant racism, but also now you're going to have to deal with the fact that Boston still probably doesn't know what these are.
There is a bar as well called the Furrowed Fur. Let's see what this is here. I'm gonna place this. It's up here. This one will be right here. Bossian, if it is a beast folk establishment. If you have any questions about the building specifically, because I'll just keep on placing these names around, whichever ones you're checking out, let me know, and I will tell you.
Okay, well, Is there anyone like outside, like on the street?
Lots of people outside on the streets. It's a lot more active here in the city than
I'm just gonna approach the first person I see and ask, hey, I'm looking for a gray-skinned tiefling woman. Goes by the name Fricks. Would you happen to know where I could find that person?
Hey, my lovely audience member Moo, since you have just joined us, I'm going to go ahead and have you do something for me. Can you send me a number 1 through 20? You send it in the chat, doesn't matter. 15.
Seen anybody like that now?
You'd be speaking to a gnome that seems to be kind of like hunched over near the side of a wall.
Any idea where I could find someone like that?
If you're looking for anybody that's out here, you can go to the staying place. Or, I'm looking for something special. The Layflower always has pretty women.
Oh.
Okay,
Man.
I'll
Yeah, see yourself.
Okay.
I'll look in the I don't know. I'll see what I can find first. Thank you though. And just kind of I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna flip a coin. Let's go. Google coin flip.
Google coin flip.
Heads or tails? Heads is the funny, tails is the serious. Oh god. Da 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 da. Bastian is going to go to the Layflower first.
I have returned it.
I flipped a coin. I said heads is for the Layflower and the staying place is tails. I got heads.
Oh golly. Okay. So you went to the Layflower. Lovely. Trying to find who is here.
Poor Boston. Just never gets a break.
No, he doesn't.
It's at the expense of me finding it funny.
That's true.
Now dance, Catman, for my amusement.
Such a gremlin. Good God.
I always feel when Boston gets up to his antics. I'm just sitting back here like, aha, yes. Make me chuckle.
Chuckle, God.
Make me giggle, Catman. I'm waiting.
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
I like your funny words, Magic Man. I think
Nothing bad happens to the
happens to the Kennedys.
Except for when I ride in a motorcade. Then something bad happens. Actually, two bad things happen.
Nothing bad ever happens to me unless I go to Texas.
Yo, bro, did I tell you I'm making a song? Making a
What?
rap song. I'm making a song where I'm writing the chorus for my friend, but it involves me rapping. And one of my lines is hard as fuck.
Can we hear it? Can we have sneakus peekus?
Yes, so it says, I'm just gonna read it, I'm not gonna rap it. I just said, took your lady to the bed where she
Wow,
lay.
my God.
And I
What?
said,
Okay, this
"Blow
is
it
all
out."
being
And then I said,
recorded, Jake.
Hold on. Yeah. And then I said, blowing out her brain like Kennedy in the motorcade.
Oh my
Tell me that's
God,
not
you're
hard.
wrong. That's
Tell me
horrific.
that's not
That's
hard.
horrific.
Okay,
That's
this needs
horrific.
edited out.
What is
No,
wrong with you?
this-
I don't know how to
No.
edit it well enough
There's
to
also
do
a-
that,
there's
and that
also a
scares
line-
me.
There's also
I'm muting him.
a line that's even better. No,
I'm muting him. He's
don't
muted.
mute me.
He's muted
no,
now.
No, this one's
He's
not
been muted.
bad. Unreal.
Okay, anyways.
He just texted.
Oh my
Unreal.
God.
Unreal.
Oh my
I
God.
want to tell
See,
Brandon
so
the
what I
second one.
heard
The
so
second
far
one
is
is the
kinda
second one
hard.
is worse, I think. I need
He
to
can't
read
see
it.
he's
Don't
muted.
fucking.
What? I'm not muted.
He's not muted.
Well, you broke the
Still
thing, anyways.
speaks.
There we go. Anyways,
And now he's gone.
I
Hey,
pressed the wrong button.
Just
Yes,
send me.
yes,
I would like to know.
yeah, I've got things to do,
Yes,
my brother.
yes,
I need the audio on my turn right now.
down. Free my boy. He ain't do nothing wrong.
Alright, so Bastian enters the...
Anyways, here you go, Andy. Or Jake. I didn't mean to Jake.
This is 1984.
Brother, okay.
I'm gonna hurt you. Shut up.
1984.
Or mix iodine with cough syrup.
Hard.
What?
Doesn't that make like noxious gas?
Oh,
Hey,
no. That's the
look out.
beginning stages to make crystal meth.
Oh, get it.
You guys have mental problems.
What?
Yes.
Ah, you're just finding this out now?
I've known this. I'm just stating the obvious.
We all have mental problems here, Cody.
That's true.
I can't believe that of the two ones that I like the best, the rhymes that I have, I can't say the less bad one.
What? It's because
This
I'm
is the
recording
last
D&D and I'm
one.
trying to get my brain together and you're speaking whatever the heck that is.
I was telling Brayden. It's fine. I'm telling Brayden anyway. It's not bad. It's not bad. Like I said, the line, Brayden, is I'm an introvert. I prefer.
Oh
to
my
be at
god!
home.
Just text him this.
I leave her room messy. No, Ronaldo.
I'm asking
Tell me
you to
that's not
stop
hard.
so I can get to the things I need to do, sir.
Tell me that's not hard.
The only thing that's hard is your freaking skull. Shut up.
It's hard. I go hard.
Oh my god, I'm trying to get to the point where I can talk about the hardness inside of the building.
Yes.
Anyways. Jesus. My whole thought process is gone. I can't even find the thought process that I need for the brothel. Anyways.
Oh yes. Yeah, God
the-
forbid I say the line, but Cody needs to create lore for the tiefling brothel. My God, 1984.
You know, that's fair, Hex. Very fair.
All right, I'll stop now. I just wanted to tell them. I thought they were good.
You're mental. I can't find the minis that I need. They're probably saved somewhere else. Anyways, I'll update people in Nhildivarian probably later tonight. Bossian, as you enter the Layflower, a Earth Genasi is womaning the front desk.
Okay.
The inside of the Layflower is a drastic difference to the cold and dreariness of the outside. Adorned with plant life and lotuses. All around the establishment. You would see that there are stairs that lead up into a different section of the building. Although the archways seem to be distinctly blurred past the doorframe. If you would like to do an Arcana check, you can check what kind of spell that might be.
Okay, I might as well, man.
Oh, Bossian, due to your background with assassinations and stuff, you would know this spell as being the. You see here.
Sorry, I'm sorry. That line is so funny. Austin, due to your background with assassinations.
It's true though. I mean, he's killed people.
I know. I'm not saying it's serious. It's a funny sentence. Due to your previous experience.
I'm trying to find the spell specifically. Go away, tutorial. I don't need you. I know I have a new phone. I don't need you. Hold on. Oh, it's literally just called silence. For the duration, no sound can be created within or pass through the section. So the hallway is cast with silence.
I have that.
Yep, you do.
So,
You have a lesser version. The hallways up there are cast with
Yeah, I have
silence
like the level 1.
okay.
for
well,
reasons.
I know
So it is
that's
quiet in the
for
lobby, thank God.
Out of character, but in character, Bastian has no idea why that's there. So he's just gonna, I guess, ask the front lady the age-old question. Have you seen gray-skinned tiefling lady going by the name Frix?
She'd give you like this smile, and then she'd pull out a book and kind of look over it. We don't have anybody on our list like that, sir.
Okay. Thanks, I guess. Do you know where I could find that person, please?
Well, honey, if we don't have your specialties here at the Layflower, it's not gonna get any better than this.
What do you mean by specialties?
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ! Don't make me go any further into this shit. I already have to be the freaking person.
No.
Honey, you know where you're at, right?
No. No.
The lady doesn't even really know what to say. Run along, go find your parents, why don't you?
Damn.
And she would go back to like checking her logs and stuff.
Bossy, that hit Bossy below the belt.
That's a bit rough.
That's toxic.
But Bastian just is is trying his best to hold back a really angry look and just walks out.
Oh man.
Oh god, he's so upset. What he's gonna do when he walks out, he's just gonna the second he leaves the building and closes the door, he's gonna punch the brick of the outside of the building just to kind of get his anger out. And then he remembers the term being called out of the staying place, and he's gonna go over there. And
All right, the staying place. The way you would enter is going to be up here. The alleyways and stuff are kind of too heavily populated with tents and furrows for you to be able to get through.
Okay.
Heading up through this way, however, the staying place seems to be a large, refugee encampment for the most part. Not refugee specifically, but just encampment of people. All kinds of races are staying here, none of which look too well off when it comes to money. Although, this freaking hopeful music as hell, what the heck? This one better. There we go, that's peaceful. The staying place, albeit looks rough, has a pleasant, earthy smell to it. Not one of disgusting odors and whatnot, but a peaceful area.
Yeah.
Fairy lights would decorate the sky above, about level with the buildings. And I mean fairy lights as in the spell, not actual fairy lights.
Yeah.
Even though we all love those. And many tents will adorn the area. Nobody seems to be... There are a few people outside of their tents cooking food and talking, bantering. It seems to be the more peaceful place of the lower district.
Huh. Okay, well... Bastian is gonna go in, and he's going to try and find another person.
Anybody, give me a number 1 through 20.
The numbers, Mason.
Hex. God. Bastian, the first person you see is a halfling. A female halfling. that is kind of like walking a pitcher of plants over towards another tent.
I'm gonna approach. Please make my day. Do you know where a gray-skinned tiefling by the name of Frix is? Please.
Well, honey, I haven't seen anybody like that, but the name Frix does ring a little bit of a bell.
Oh, thank God. Okay, finally, a decently. Can you call?
Yeah. I was recently up in the northern districts, going ahead and picking up some flowers for my friend here. I do believe that Miss Frix, was it?
Yes, that's the name. Yes.
I heard last she had gone ahead and was looking towards finding work up north. Maybe in one of the bars, was it? The taverns?
Oh, okay. Thank you. That's really, really, really helpful. I cannot thank you enough. And he's going to, basically, shake her hand, very quickly. But as he pull away, there'd be 5 silver coins in her.
Oh, wow. Look at you with your little sleight of hand. Alrighty. Nice. Oh.
And he's just going to run back to the cart as fast as he can.
Yosef,
we're on the wrong side of the city. Let's go.
Yosef, by the way, when you go to the cart, he literally is just holding onto his crossbow, tightly, looking around the cart as much as he can. Luckily there's nothing in the cart, he's just really worried. So, yeah, you guys will be able to head up north now.
Northern Taverns, that's what we're looking for.
Northern Taverns. Well, I just squished everybody. That's not good. Let me fix your alignment here.
As we go along the way, I'm gonna ask why he was so on edge.
You were listening in on the whole conversation with Leo, yes?
Slightly, yes.
He just basically mentions he isn't looking forward to running into Avery so soon.
Yeah. Well, Bossian would okay, never mind. I'm gonna leave that for later. North Taverns.
Yep.
Bombs?
Bombs? God, bombs? Sorry. Dang it, you got my mind going a little silly now.
Damn it, sorry.
It's all good, I just think it's funny. I've got bombs stuck in my head. Explosives, nitroglycerin. Legalized nuclear bombs, Shadow Wizard money cake, sorry. Jesus.
We go north.
Yep, I'm getting it. Alright, there are 3 major taverns up here.
Okay.
Which I need to find.
The Layflower!
Hold on, I'm just copying stuff. The Layflower, it's back! Ah! Screaming.
It's a chain.
Oh my god. You're horrific. I'm just gonna go ahead and start. Any districts you're entering, since you're not looking for a specific place anymore, I'm just gonna go ahead and open up the whole district to you.
Okay.
I'll just open up this whole area. You've traveled around here enough to have seen it. And those other party members can go ahead and thank you for going ahead and discovering half the city for them. More locations will be added as we go.
Yeah, I was sure of that.
Where's my book? Where's my book? Where's my little tiny book? It's over there. Long arms for the win. Get my names. My notebook of names. My name book of notes. My my boats. Ah. Sorry, hold on. There's a lot of freaking crap here.
I should be patient.
That's fine. Thank you. Jake, say something out of pocket so I can go ahead and we can not have dead air.
Right? See now you want me to do it.
No, I don't want you to do that. I just want you to say something
I'm not
stupid.
going
You're
to.
a swell guy.
No, I'm not going to.
Oh, wow. Oh. Oh, here we go. That's a cute one.
Else. Oh dear. The Denny's of the town in the beginning.
In the beginning.
In the beginning.
Oh, the Happy Crow.
Did you know the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell?
Oh my god! Wild! I've never heard such a thing.
You know, that reminds me. Back when I was in prison, they used to call me mitochondria because I was the powerhouse of the cell.
God damn it.
Did you also know that it takes a raccoon only 3 spins before it gets dizzy?
I love that.
Takes me too. Nothing special.
We should talk about Walter White.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Did you also know that hippopotamuses can run 19 miles per hour on land?
I hate hippopotamus. They scare me. God,
You're more
X,
likely
you
to
did
get
not
killed
just...
by a vending. You are more likely to get killed by a vending machine than you are by a shark.
That's actually a cool statistic that I didn't know.
Love that.
Listen, I keep telling people, sharks are really cute puppies. They're nice little guys. They're so
Water
sweet. But
doggies.
dolphins, monsters. So are orcas. Literally,
Wow,
orcas,
things are
they're
being
called
set up. I'm
killer
going to go to the
whales.
bathroom.
He's going to little boy's room.
Oh my god, go piss king.
That's on recording. Congratulations. That is going to be here forever now. Forever.
No,
It's going to be posted in the little party recaps.
No, guys, you heard nothing, please. I'm innocent. I'm just a little guy.
Oh my god. Alrighty.
Oh, so now you want to be a little guy.
Hi, Allie. Alright, whoa. Why are so many of these so scary? There we go. Oh, that's neat.
I'm returned.
You returned. Alrighty then. Bossian, feel free to go ahead and look around, my friend.
The Happy Crow, the Path of Crumbs, Tarlon's Tonic House.
Did you just say the Happy Crow? The Happy Crow? Ooh, yes.
I'm feeling the Happy Crow.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh boy, here we go.
What do you mean? Oh boy, here we go.
That's a fun name.
It's something.
Oh boy, here we go is the worst thing you want to hear from a DM.
Oh boy, here we go. Yeah.
Just get stabbed on entry.
Oh god!
You get shanked in the spine. You die.
Boston has his throat ripped out by a crow.
The crow was very happy.
The crow was too happy.
The crow was overstimulated.
The crows are getting excited.
The crows are getting excited. No.
That just sounds wrong. That just don't sound right.
Losing my mind, slowly but surely, it's going bye-bye now. It's gonna be a very silly Billy situation. Are you... Somebody whistling the little tune to the friggin' Red Dead Redemption, like, building thing?
No, I'm quickly whistling. Fuck you,
We love it here. We love it here.
I hate it here.
I'm sorry.
I hate it.
This place.
I can't stand it.
Okay. Ooh. You're gonna have a good time today, Sparky.
Okay.
Sparky.
I don't mean that in a weird way. I mean this is gonna be funny.
In an extremely weird way.
Okay. I'm excited now. Funny with my
Now, I like the reiteration of he was not excited
What?
before.
What?
What's happening? What?
We're gonna kill Boston. I mean,
We're gonna murder him horrifically.
who are we gonna
Jesus.
Right now.
We're gonna get him.
My mind flashing back to the times you would try and murder him in the middle of school. And he would just die horrifically.
But it gets.
Oh yeah.
Wait, that was Scott too. Scott also did that.
No, that was mostly Scott. That was because Scott had this running gag where he'd make it really gory, and I thought it was so funny. Because he would go into he would take it so seriously. I'd just be like, hey Scott, and I'd like just poke him, and he'd be like, stop!
What the fuck is happening?
Dude, I need to check back in with Scott, man. I miss that weirdo. He pissed me off with Robin, but hey, it is what it is.
I love the red rocket.
We had a
It's gone
friend
for 30 minutes, and this is what happens? What?
we were talking about our old friend Scott from school.
Yeah. He goes to Miami, Andy. I've seen
Robin
Robin.
Hood. Yeah, I know.
Robin Hood. The
That was
greatest
the name of
character.
his D&D character. He was a ranger.
Anything interesting
Robin
happen?
Hood. I've been looking for fucking fricks for the last half an
That.
Fucking fresh.
hour. I went into a ladies club on accident.
He did.
You can just call it what it is.
Strip club, whatever. I
That's
went
not
in-
even what it's a gentleman's club. A ladies club?
I don't fuck
It's
off.
a ladies' club!
I've been to a gay bar.
I mean, it can be a ladies' club. I ain't gonna hate.
I got into a gay bar, alright?
God, that's not-
Turned
there-
into a
there.
what?
I said I went into a gay bar.
Properly.
Making fun of the fact that I said ladies' club.
Alrighty.
Mother in Christ, I don't know what you said.
What in the world was that?
You know what? I think I'm just gonna go back to Instagram. I think that would be better for
Smart
my
idea.
mental health.
That is a fucking 3,000 IQ player right there.
You know, it's getting kind of late, and I have to wake up at like 5:30 tomorrow. So if this is all we're doing, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to bed now.
Okay, you have a good night then, mate.
Yeah, you have a good night, man.
Because I will have to stop this soon as well.
Yeah.
And do me a favor, Bastian.
Yes.
Never change.
Never change.
Never change, cause from what I'm understanding, you're going to be losing very vital body functions here soon.
Never change, no matter how many bodily functions you lose. Be a man. Sorry.
Be a man. Invest in a boat. Lose money.
Yes. This guy gets it.
99% of gamblers stop before they hit big.
Before they hit it big. They do.
Flashing letters, this is not endorsement to gamble.
Gambling?
Gambling?
20 pro
On
building.
YouTube?
Okay. So,
It's allowed.
walking into the Happy Crow, immediately, it is look like a tavern. It's currently closed, as in you can step inside, but it doesn't seem like anybody's like in there getting drinks. The bar's closed, but the establishment's open.
Establishment.
Yeah, the establishment. There is one staff member walking around, a very short staff member, with little, I'll have them in People of Nhildivarian in just a moment. But for now, I need to place them somewhere where I can go ahead and be a silly little guy and get them where they need to go.
So, bark.
What?
Bark.
There is a small kenku, which is a crow, like folk, that is cleaning off one of the tables.
Oh, hey, sorry, I don't mean to disturb whatever you're doing. I can see that the tavern probably isn't open. I'm just looking for someone. Would you happen to have a tiefling working here?
Damn tiefling! No,
Oh, what? Oh,
fucking neighbors. You just like a cacophony of different voices would kind of mimic out from the kenku as they would open their mouth to speak.
okay.
Boss, you can do a history check for me, or a nature check, either one.
History or nature? Let's see which one is better. History is one, nature's okay. Well, both of them are pretty shit, so I'm just gonna do history.
I love
Bossian kenku can't speak normally. They can only mimic the things they've heard.
Oh wait, is that what Polly does?
Yes, just Polly was a parrot variety. That way I didn't have to worry about literally recording your guys' voices.
Yeah.
Okay, so All right. You said the neighbors, right? What is that place called?
The little Kenku would pull a knife off of like the table, like a bread knife, and kind of like point it like to the top left corner of the building, pointing that way. And it would just hear, "Stick him up," as they'd kind of like point that way.
Bastian just kind of like blinks twice, and then
It's not
just
pointing at you; it's pointing at the building.
I know. I turn out the door and I just walk out.
Have a good day. Help me.
What? Boston, as he's opening the door, just like stops in his tracks, looks back, and then just walks like quickly, ducks outside, and like hugs the wall.
Terrified of the little bird.
Help me! Peers around the doorway one last time, and then just like starts walking the way he pointed.
You'd see, as you'd like peer around the doorway, you just hear like a little laugh as the bird just go back to cleaning the table. You'd see them like actually cleaning with like a little bit of sway to them at this point. Looks like they got a kick out of spooking you.
Trolled him. He trolled Andy.
Not
Hilarious. I love that.
Boston was more so scared not out of his safety, but more so like, what the actual fuck?
The great part is they would have had to have heard that in person for them to ever have a mimic.
Yeah, that's what makes it funnier.
But so I'm assuming he was pointing to this building here.
Yes, that is where the bird was pointing. That's where Bark is pointing. God, I'm sorry. That was so stupid.
Oh no, I love that. That's funny.
Oh my god. We love Bark here. I love eating the skin of trees. Anyways.
What? I have a really funny line for when we get back to the
Lovely.
I love eating.
Actually, I just have a funny line in general. I'll use it when I think it's appropriate.
You have now entered the tavern, Janet's Folly, which seems to be, you know how in Skyrim the Companions building is kind of like an overturned boat style?
Yeah.
Same thing going on here. The tavern itself is a lot of round tables on the inside, a very nautical kind of like feel to it. With, I guess, like, there's some gold inlays in a few places. Very fancy. But you would look over and do a perception check for me.
Please, for the love of God.
Oh my god. Yeah!
Finally. All right. Okay. Sorry, my throat's trying to recover from the help me. So that hurt my throat as it is loud. That register getting into that kind of like, it just painful. But you would see a familiar face going ahead and tending to one of the tables serving drinks. You have found Fricks. She is in this building.
Okay.
She has not seen you yet, but she is over there.
You said she's cleaning off one of the tables?
Yeah, she's serving drinks at one of the tables.
Oh, serving drinks. Okay. Sorry.
Yep. It's all good.
I'm just going to kind of wait for her to finish what she's doing, and then I'm going to kind of walk forward.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at freaking Bark and giggling to myself like a little gremlin. I'm sorry. I find this little being freaking hilarious to me.
No, it's funny. It's hilarious.
Being.
Yeah. It should be Bark now. Their original name was Crack, so I changed it to Bark.
Is that right?
That'll be a different
I-
Kenku at that place.
I love that.
Crack. Most Kenku names are based off of just like onomatopoeia of sounds. So crack is a good one.
That's kind of a sweet name. What's up, Crack?
Crack. Well, that'll be a different one.
Wait, he's like, what's good?
Yeah. So Frix is in there. She is serving a table of drinks. She is not in her usual mage attire. She is in a barmaid's dress.
Whoa. What happened?
That's
She
what
got a
I was
job?
gonna ask.
She got a job.
I was gonna wait for her to finish what she was doing and approach.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey, at least she's not like in the lower district like everybody was pointing you to.
That's a very good
yeah,
point.
that's a very good point.
That
Boston's
would,
gonna
that
kinda
would have been fun.
step forward and just like, just, I don't even know. He's just gonna like sit down at one of the adjacent tables and just kind of like pull her name
And what?
and call her name.
She
That sounds like such a good idea.
she'd look over and you'd see like a big smile on her face, and she'd get done serving your table, and then she'd walk over. Well, this is my favorite tabaxi.
Hi. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you since, well, a hall was being built, for fuck's sake. You would not believe the time I had trying to find you.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
I just finished my shift. If you'd like to tell me.
Let's go.
Well, where do I even begin? Went to the markets to get some food. Hefkla's just had the kids, so we're throwing a big party. Had to ask directions from the dwarf lady there, where to find you. She has just pointed me to the South District.
Oh.
That's where apparently all the tieflings are. Yeah, I am honestly glad you are not around there. It didn't seem like the nicest of places. Got turned around there, went to a clothing shop, went to the fully into the South District after driving around in the car aimlessly for about maybe a good 20 minutes. Ended up in a weird building called the Layflower. I don't know what was going on in that place, but it was very weird in there. The front desk lady was an asshole. And then I went to what's it called? The staying place, and got directions up here from a nice halfling lady. And before I stopped here, I stopped at the Happy Crow because it sounded like a nice place, where a nice person would work. That crow was not happy. That crow was a scary bastard.
Jesus.
But
not happy.
sorry about ranting. It's a lot has happened. I was actually kind of worried about you. I mean, not barring the fact that it had been a couple months since I've seen you. The hall kind of got attacked, and since they were targeting us, I didn't know if you were going to be all right.
Well, it's very sweet of you to think of me.
Yeah.
I've been well. I haven't had a lot of time to check in on Hefka since I got to town. Just really been trying to find a way to make some coin, really.
I mean, there's nowhere looking for a really good enchanter? I mean, hell, like the runes you did on my spade have been a lot of what's been keeping me alive out there doing bounty contracts.
Enchanters and all, people don't really trust my kind around here, so.
Aww.
Not enough, at least, to put deadly enchantments on their weapons. That's okay, though. I'm not sure my father would be too happy about that anyways.
Look, I'm gonna be straight up. This is beneath you. You should be doing a lot more. I know you can do a lot more. And the people around here, if they don't appreciate that, then, well, honestly, to hell with them. You should come back. I mean, the hall's built, and we've got an actual guild going for I guess mercenary work, but I mean, it can do more than that. I mean, hell, Leonellus was offering you a court mage position. Like, being a bard maid is like I said, it's beneath you. You're too good for that.
Wow. Yeah, she's gonna like tuck her hair back a bit. I appreciate that, Bastian.
Of course. I saw you fight off a freaking frog beast. Like, this is. I know you can. I see where. I see what these people can. You're amazing. You deserve to be at the guild house doing actually good work that pays a lot and not having to serve mead to common folk.
Common folk.
It's...
Less that came out wrong.
That was me. But
yeah.
I
was meaning more so just random passerbys who come through the tavern, not like dissing the people around here. I hope she understood that.
Yeah. No, I for your sake, yeah, I'm gonna have her understand what you were meaning. I do have an official image of her barmaid outfit as well now. It's not anything crazy. It's not like skimpy.
That was cool.
You can see it, Jake, right here.
Hold on, I'm not looking at your stream. That's so funny from like just because of like the image that we have of her, like this warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guarantee you, the guild will pay better than whatever this place is. And we all appreciate your skills.
Go on, son.
Well, I'll head my way back then soon. I'll get my things and head there.
Yeah, if you make it in time for the party, I'll save you a glass.
All right. See you soon then, friend. Gotta finish.
Of course.
Getting done.
Maybe on your way out, send them a resignation letter.
There we go.
I don't think they even deserve that. And she'd go ahead and she'd start walking off to go get her stuff.
Well, Bastian is going to kind of smile to himself and he leaves 3 silver pieces on the table and will walk out back to the cart.
All right. Well, I think that is a great spot to leave off on because it is very late.
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get to bed, or at least get the computer off and switch over my phone for a bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait to write the recap until the episode comes out because I didn't catch a lot of the stuff because I was
That's
in the
fine.
bathroom on and off. I don't know why.
That's all good, man. I will go ahead and get the rest of that done then for it.
I hope that I capture awkwardness well with Bastian.
It was great. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you all next time. Nhildivarian Adventures. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.